an episode like no other. Man, my impression is horrible. I can't do a good Trump impression. Let me try again. Oh, okay. You know what? I'm not gonna try. I'm not gonna try the Trump. I gotta need some milk, man. Again, I'm gonna have no milk all day. Nobody in America should be living like that. Let me start out with. We'll get back to that. But for right now, welcome. So, what's going on with America right now? It is very, very bad. If the election was not rigged, I would be in the White House right now, and there would not be no wars going on. They were blaming me for starting all these wars. I did not start one war under my administration. Not one war was started. I will pause this for a couple minutes so some viewers can come in. We shall be right back with this amazing episode. Okay, did we give it enough there? No American citizen. And if the election was not rigged, I would be in office right now. The Russia and Ukraine war would not be going on top of Israel and Gaza. I would have shut that shit down right away if I was in office right now, but they wanted to rig the election. Now, one other thing I just learned. Check this out. It's not about the votes, everybody. Look what I learned today from somebody. Oh, by the way, before we show you what I learned, if you enjoy my channel, YouTube don't pay me. I'm broke as shit. Here's my Cash App. If anyone wants to send me some money, greatly appreciated. Is money sign Samantha SAMANTHA loves LOVES and then Johnny JOHNNY. Hopefully you can see it. Oops. Now let me show you. I think this guy from our video yesterday, I saw a guy today. And he lives right by where we made that video yesterday. Now let me show you something. I think he might be onto something that might be bigger than the votes. Check this out. Hold on, check this out. You're going to be shocked when you see this. Read this. Vote Venezuela. I'll read it to you. Yes, Venezuela has oil, but its oil production has declined significantly in recent years. Oil reserves about Venezuela. Let's continue reading. Venezuela has the world's largest proven oil reserves, estimated at 304 billion barrels in 2020. Venezuela, here, I'm not going to keep reading that. Look up Venezuela's oil supply if you want to continue reading that section right there. Now let me read this bottom highlighted section to you guys. Venezuela's Orinoco, oh man, this is hard to see through this mask. Hold on, it's poking me in my eye. Oil belt constitutes the majority of the country's 298 billion, did you hear me? Billion barrels of oil reserve. And an estimated 513 billion of oil recoverable. That means it hasn't been drilled yet. The oil's still in the ground. It's about the oil, too. The Venezuelans coming here about the oil. We're going to call Subex News back in 1 second. He was just calling. That was the call we just got in. And hold on. Let me just finish reading this real quick. That's the only reason I didn't ask for you for watching, buddy. And an estimated 513 billion of recoverable oil still in the ground. So this guy earlier today, I was telling him it's about the votes. That's why they brought him here. And then what he said was, it's not about the votes. It's about the oil. And I was like, I thought about, I'm going to look this up for myself. And then sure enough, I did. Look up Venezuelan oils reserve. They got a shitload of freaking oil there. It's more than about the votes and enriching Venezuela. Here, let's call SubX News back real quick. Hold on, I'm calling back my buddy here.
What's up, Johnny?
Hey, you're on live. Just so you know, I'm on a YouTube live right now.
I'm live on Facebook.
Oh, we're both live. SubX News is on. He does Twitter on SubX News, and we're live here. I'm showing, you know what? So, hey, check out what someone told me today. Did you get that video I sent you from yesterday?
I got it, but I didn't look at it. What does it show me?
A very interesting intersection. You know where Independence is and the park is at?
Yeah.
The Venezuelans, they're living in that field house right by 290 and Independence, the park right there.
What they do, bust in or something?
No, they're living in there like how they were living in the park at the one on the north side. Remember the one you told me about?
I thought they said they ain't gonna be living in parks no more.
They're still living in Garfield Park. That's the name, right? Hold on, let me go on Google Maps.
Oh, man, I had to go check that out.
Bro, you don't know what I've seen. Last night, I did a whole video on it.
Wait, stop. Johnny Boom Boom's got a scoop. Migrants still living in parks at Garfield Park Fieldhouse. You heard it first here on SubX News. Johnny Boom Boom, our independent reporter in Chicago that's got the most interviews with migrants. Good work, Johnny.
Thank you.
So what'd you find out? How'd you find it out?
Well, about 3 weeks ago, I sometimes take this way home here and there, and I pass through this neighborhood. I started noticing it about 3 to 4 weeks ago. So, you know how all the buildings over there were previously burnt up, on fire, boarded up and everything? So this is happening at lightning speed, too. So, this is happening at lightning speed. So about 3 weeks ago, these same boarded up buildings, these same boarded up houses, they're all, hang on, I got a mask on. Let me take this mask off. I was using the mask for the... And it's too hard to talk with it on. I'm still on my live, too. But here, so... This is, okay, so, and there's a midget patrolling the neighborhood. I swear to God, bro. There's a, yeah, there's a, I got, not only that, I got the Venezuelans entering in a remodeled building on video.
Oh, man, you got midgets, Venezuelans?
Yeah.
Yeah, on the west side of Chicago. You're talking about, man, you might win like an Emmy Award or an Oscar for that video. You got it all on video?
I sent it to you, yeah. The midget video I didn't send. Wait, the midget video starts off with a spider video, and I didn't even think I was going to see this, because, like, I was waiting for my battery to charge, and as I was waiting for my battery to charge, you know, it took like a good half hour, 40 minutes, you see a lot standing at this intersection. The intersection was, what was it? Hang on, let me look at real quick. Hang on. Yeah, no, wait. Is that the right park name? Hold on, wait, no, that's Humboldt Park. Wait. Ah, here we go. Yeah, it is Garfield Park. That big-ass field house in the middle. That's, and they got it gate.
I'm gonna go live on Twitter real quick so people hear this, okay?
All right.
So, wait, retake. Wait up, let me get this video. Let me try one more time, all right?
And that's how no American should be living.
Your phone number, right?
Huh? Oh, wait.
We're here with Johnny Boomer. Why don't you tell everybody on Twitter what you seen today or the other day?
It was last night, actually. So I saw, all right, so 3 weeks ago, these same buildings that were boarded up and like abandoned, and you can tell the one I saw the Venezuelans entered in, it was boarded up too, and it had a fire. You know, most of the buildings there burned up. The owners, and I don't blame them, honestly, that's the same thing that happened in Detroit. They burned up all the buildings, the landlords collected the money and dipped. And that's the same thing that's happening here. Is changing now. But I saw your live. You were at Pulaski and Madison like a week ago. So I know you passed through that area. Now, you know that area.
What did you see in Garfield Park? There's Venezuelans living in
Yes,
right?
they're living in the field house. I followed them. This is how I figured it out. Wait.
Johnny, hold on. I'm just gonna do a short clip for Twitter, and then I'm gonna throw your whole video up there. So Johnny Boom Boom, you're hearing it first on SubX News, 10:40 p.m. He's seen migrants living in Garfield Park Fieldhouse. So I'm gonna continue to live with Facebook, but that was just for Twitter.
Okay.
All right. So what else did you see?
Well, I followed. How I figured it out was I didn't even know it. This is how I figured it out. So when I was driving through trying to find more of those houses that were remodeled that I saw the Venezuelans enter in, and there's plenty in there. If you go drive around anything west of that park for 2 blocks, that neighborhood has rapidly changed in 3 weeks. 3 weeks ago, there was garbage on the ground, uncut grass, dirty people hanging out on the corner. And last night, none of it. The grass is cut now. It's cleaned up, especially in front of the fire. And the building that I saw the Venezuelans enter in, you know how like in downtown Chicago, you could see the like from the Chicago fire, the like on the water tower, you could see the old burn marks from the Chicago fire.
Yeah.
Okay, so now a lot of these buildings over there were burned down and boarded up. Now the building that these Venezuelans entered in, you could tell that that same thing was there because you could see the fire on the top of the building. It went through the stairway, it looks like. It didn't really hit the top floor too bad, and you could tell it was a previously boarded up building, kind of like all the other ones. And you could tell it was a boarded up building. And it was nice in there. I got a whole video looking inside. They got security cameras. And you know what's crazy too? They're designing these buildings. I don't know how somebody was looking it up for me as I was doing the live, but it's crazy how much inside the hallway looks just like inside that immigration shelter hallway. Exposed brick, no drywall, cheaper construction. You don't got to put up drywall to hide the brick. And there you go, and then now you put the Venezuelans in there, you push the blacks out, you're going to push the blacks out. Now, about 3 weeks ago, I was going by Roosevelt and 83. Now, that's turned into a real ghetto because I went into a gas station to buy 2 packs of cigarettes. And as I was...
you're still live on Facebook. You're live on Facebook.
I'm live on YouTube too. I know.
Yeah, so tell people what's going on here, right?
Okay, so when I went to go buy these, it's right by there's a cemetery there, right by 83 and Roosevelt. And just west of that cemetery, there's a gas station on the south side of the street where I went to go buy 2 packs of cigarettes. And before I walked in, I left something out. As I was walking in, I saw a car, and I'm like, I never seen a car like that. I was like, is that an electric car? I was going to ask the guy, I was like, hey, excuse me, sir. But before I can even say, is that a gas or electric car? As soon as he saw me point at him, and it was another white guy too. It wasn't like, it was a white guy interaction. I was like, hey, excuse me, sir. As soon as I said that, he put his car in reverse and floored it backwards and then zoomed out of there. And right as soon as I pulled in that gas station, right before that, as I started pulling in, when you're in the ghetto and you pull into a ghetto gas station, you could just tell it's different than one not in the ghetto. It's not kept up, it's dirty, there's stuff like scratches on the windows.
Downtown Chicago.
Right, like it's run down. And so when I pulled into this gas station, there's a hooker in the corner. And now I used to go to College of
Which gas station?
It's the one, it's on Roosevelt, west of the cemetery that's by Roosevelt and 83. I don't remember what the name was. It's the first.
You're almost in Maywood then.
No, Villa Park. It's either Villa Park or the city south of Villa Park.
Oh, wow. So they're going all the way out there?
That's where they're pushing the blacks to. Because it's affordable. Everything out there is cheap. And so what I'm seeing going on is from driving around from the right by the park there by Independence. What I'm seeing happen is they're pushing the blacks out. They're replacing them with the Venezuelans. One other important thing too, I forgot to tell you. So today I talked to a person, and you know what this person told? He lives right by that park. He literally lives right across the street from. Yeah, he lives right across the street from the park. Black guy. Okay, and he told me that, then just like, you know how I told you I've talked to a lot of Venezuelans, and a lot of them aren't bad people. They're actually pretty nice. A lot of them. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that for all of them. I'm not saying they're all good. There are bad ones, just like there's bad of every race, though. There's bad whites, there's bad blacks, there's bad every race. There's bad Hispanic, there's bad Puerto Rican, you know. It goes for any race. So it's not like I'm trying to single them out, you know. So where did I just leave off at? Sorry, I lost. I'm driving at the same time.
Somebody was talking to you that lives.
Oh yeah. So I told him, what did I say to him? I told him, I said, hey, I said, okay, so I know he lived there, so I said to him, I was like, hey man, so I got a question, like, how is it going there with them? He's like, oh, they're nice people, just like I told you they're nice people, and like you think I'm crazy. They're not all nice, but a lot of them are nice people. They're puppets. The government is telling them to come here. And now one thing I was made aware of today, and I just looked it up 2 seconds before you called me. So what he told me was, they're coming here for the oil. It has something to do in Venezuela, and I just looked it up. There's millions of dollars of oil under the ground of Venezuela. So what he said was, what he proposed, and I mean, I kind of think it's maybe the election and the oil. He thinks it's just mainly the oil. It could be both. Who knows? It could be the oil. It could be the election. But basically, they're puppeting them over to here. And I forgot what he said, how that benefits that. Oh, it gets all the shitty people out of their country, you know, all the people that from the prisons and that. So they came here, and now our government is going to go over to Venezuela. And what he's telling me from the because he talks to these Venezuelans, and he knows they're living in the park right there too. Right? No, I don't think he knows it. The only reason I found out was because I followed two of them from 2 blocks away. I stalked them to the park. And I saw him go in the park. I saw him walk in the building, in the field house, and there was more walking in and out. You know, it's just, I couldn't, I was going to go up to the field house, but there was nowhere where I could park my car and like be able to get like easily walk to it, because they got it all gated off. It's real, and there's no parking all around it, and they got it so people can't see it and walk up to it easily. And that they probably did that on purpose so people can't discover it, like how I just did yesterday. So, and probably nobody even knows that they're living in the field house. I'm being serious. Probably almost nobody even knows. And because think about it.
Is it in the park or outside of the park?
No, the big dome building inside the park. There's a big dome building in the middle of the park, and you can't even drive close to it because they got it all gated off. You'd have to park your.
To hide it, huh?
Yes, to hide it. Exactly. They're hiding it. And now here's the other thing too. You know how, remember you made your report, and there's 2 abandoned schools in that neighborhood. Now, what does an abandoned school do? Do you know?
No, they just keep it closed, I think.
What does it do to the kids?
Messes them up.
Dumbs them down.
Right.
So who knows how long those 2 schools have been closed for? So let's say they've been closed for 5 years, both of those schools. There was probably an 8th grade school. I think one of them was probably like an 7th and 8th grade school. So now 5 years later, they're out of high school. They just graduated. So now we got people that just graduated that are dumbed down, that don't say, wait a minute, what's going on in that field house over there? All the people that were there formerly are now pushed out to Villa Park on Roosevelt in 83. So all the people that know that neighborhood and could have been like, wait a minute, what the hell are all these people, these Hispanic people doing in this field house? Anyone that would have had enough common sense has already been pushed out of the city to Villa Park. And now the people that are still left there are the younger ones. So now they're dumbed down because they closed the schools. So now they're a little bit dumber. They don't know, like, wait a minute, I gotta say, wait, what's going on here? So nobody notices it. They're hiding in plain view, and not one person around them realizes it.
So what you're saying is changing the history, basically, right?
Exactly.
You get rid of people, they don't, like I talked about tearing down the school. If you tear down the school, no one has the history that there was a school there. It was all blacks or all Mexicans or all white, whatever race it was, or mixed. And then someone builds a new one that's brand new, so there's no background knowledge of it. That's what you're saying, right?
Exactly.
Oh. Crazy.
Right. So there's no back to right. There's so the older people that would have said, "Hey, wait a minute. Why is the field house closed and can we not go in it?" They would go in it. Now the youth wasn't going in the field house, for obvious reasons, like, gang banging, etc., because they closed down the schools. So when you close down the schools, that makes gangs and drug dealing. So now they didn't learn to say, wait a minute, I need to question this. So they don't know that for their whole lives now. So now they got a bunch of Venezuelans right in their field house, and they don't even know where the hell they're coming from, because when I was driving through the neighborhood, I didn't even know. I'm like, where the hell? I'm like, how am I on the middle of the west side of Chicago in the straight hood where there used to be a project right off of 290 and Independence, and there's Venezuelans here. I'm like, where are they all living? And I was questioning it. And then that's when I saw the two Venezuelans walking, and I followed them in my car to the fucking field house. And that's how I figured it out. Now think about that. How many people are actually going to do that?
Not too many.
Only a crazy fuck like me is going to do that. Or you.
Well, people are busy. Yeah, people are busy, or they're being scared.
Right. They're busy, etc. Right. And just walk.
So you've discovered migrants then?
Yes.
In Garfield Park.
Yes, and I can't today because I gotta get some food for my lady and get home. But probably in the next day, you should do it. Because if somebody's watches this, they might move them quickly. But if you could go there tonight and walk up to it like how I do, you should try to do that.
Do you think they're gonna move them out of there because of your broadcasting?
Hey, look what they did at that one. Tell me, that immigration shelter you were at, where I saw your video where you were like, wait a minute, where did all the immigrants go? There was 2,000 people here and now they're gone. Do you remember which video I'm talking about that you made?
Yeah. That's the 23rd and Halsted one. And it's 345. Now, that was posted on the internet and the news, but where did they all go? That's the point. No one's answered that question. You kind of get it?
Right. No one's really answered it. Right. Where did they go to another state? Are they somewhere? Did they go to the states that are going to vote for Trump? Did they? Where did they go? Exactly. Did they go to?
I never even thought of that, Johnny. You just said something crazy. So our state is a Democratic state, so they don't have to worry about our state. So they might be shipping these migrants to other states that might be swing states, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. Wisconsin, Florida, I think Utah's one of them, right?
Wow.
What are
I never even thought of that. Maybe that's why they shut down all the shelters and sent them. I had the idea that they also shut down those shelters because all those people are political that worked in them. And so that those guys have to go do the political work, right?
Oh, yeah, because the election is in like 31 days, right?
So they're doing political work in their states where they can, all those places. You've seen all the places from Florida, Texas, Georgia.
Oh, that's the other thing, too. When I was driving around there, I had this Texas. I was scared they were about to. Hey, honestly, man, I was more afraid of this Texas car full of Venezuelans. They were in a freaking 2022 Hyundai something SUV, and it was like 4 Venezuelan guys in it. They stopped right by my car. I was getting ready. I thought they were going to do something, because I saw them as they passed. They stopped right by me, got real slow, and I got ready for them to do something because I thought, and then I saw the driver start to open the door, so I was getting ready, and they paused for a minute. Then the door closed and they drove off. So I didn't see them pass after that, but then I saw this red truck. There's a red pickup truck, and what he's probably doing is he's probably scoping out the neighborhood to say, wait, this is the next abandoned building to flip.
Wow. And they get somehow a hold of the government or the owner, and they do that, or they just do squatting, right?
Yeah, right.
They probably get it somehow through the legal means, right?
Yeah, it was done from what I had somebody come on my live, and they looked up, bro, oh my God, you're not going to believe how much this building sold for. And now, that's a real bad neighborhood. Take a guess. How much do you think that one of these buildings sold for? Take a guess. I want to see what you guess.
10 grand, 20 grand.
Oh, you are so far off. $365,000 that the one that the Venezuelans went in, that's what it was sold for. $365,000.
Where did the Venezuelans get from?
Well, it was sold about 2 years ago, from what the guy said. I think he said it was sold 2 years ago. I tried asking him to look up who. I tried asking him to look up who it got sold to, but too much was happening. That's a wild intersection. Let me tell you that. That intersection I was at.
Careful, right? Which one is
No,
it
no.
again? What's the intersection?
Hang on one second. I'll tell you right now on Google Maps. Give me a second. It is. Hang on. Where is it? Here we go. Wait. It's the park. Where's 290? Oh, wait.
The Johnny Boom Boom is giving us information on migrants on the west side, and they're doing schemes.
Okay, wait. What was it? Okay, I found the street. What was your question again? Oh, the intersection. Hang on. It is. Okay. Kildare and Maple Avenue. Is that it? Wait. There's a truck parked there. Wait. I know it's on Maplewood. Maple. Maypole Avenue. Wait, it might have been Keeler. Hold on. No, wait. Not Keeler. Wait. Hold on. Kilbourne. It was, okay, I know it was Maplewood. Somewhere between Kilbourne to the west, right? Wait, yeah, that's west. To at the max at the east, the farthest east it would have been, hang on here, Karloff. So it was somewhere on Maplewood between Karloff, North Karloff Avenue, KRLLOV Avenue, and then somewhere from that point east going west, probably up to somewhere between Kilbourne. There's a big semi truck there parked with somebody living in it, and there's also probably there's a big ass white van that's probably got somebody living in it too right there.
Wow.
And then I got it all in the video. I think the people living in the truck are Irish because there's some Irish stuff up there from St. Patrick's Day. I don't know how the fuck that's still up there, but it's still up there. There's stuff up there from St. Patrick's Day.
So it's last night's video, right? I'll grab it and repost it, right?
Yeah, of course.
All right.
And and like, it's crazy. You see all these Americans, black Americans walking by, and they're not getting help, but all these Venezuelans are getting put in these $345,000 property. So who knows how much it took them to remodel it? Because now think about it. So it was probably boarded up when the person bought it. They paid for a burnt up building $365,000 for a building that had a major fire in it, boarded up. $365,000. And what was your range? 10 to 50,000, you said?
Yeah, those are junk houses, right?
Yeah. That junk house is a $345,000 burned up property. That's what it sold for in 2022. And then the property across
300, how much?
365,000. And then there's an empty lot across.
So 365,000 for a burned out house, and how much to fix it? And by magic now a migrant lives there. How the hell did that all happen, right?
Right.
Did they know the migrants are going to live there 2-3 years ago?
I think
they're probably getting government money, right?
Well, that's what
how does the migrant live there, right?
Well, the guy that I talked to today, what he said too was, there was one other thing, I left this out. The guy I talked to today, he's like, yeah, the government's doing so basically think of like the shelter, but as an apartment building. Like think of the shelter on Elston, just move it to an apartment building with less people. That's what it essentially is. A shelter like on Elston, but with like maybe and then you know what the crazy part is too? You know how those 3 flats normally had storage on the bottom floor with the washer and dryer? Them bastards even turned the basement into a freaking living unit. So not only did the 3 tenants upstairs, of the burned up property prior, so now you no longer have your storage on the basement floor like you used to. It's a person living in there. And the washer and dryer probably ain't even in the basement no more. Maybe they're in all the units. I don't know. Maybe they're not. I haven't been in it. But I'll say this. That building, I looked through those windows.
That shit was fucking nice. I wouldn't mind living in there my damn self. But they're giving it to people that ran across the border and sending, and not only that, they're taking our money, making us poor, sending our money back to their country so they can live good in their country, taking our dollars away from America and giving it to their people, making us poor and making them richer.
And what you're saying is what we wrote about 6 months ago. I wrote an article about this. I got to dig it up. So you've also got it from somebody else. What it would say? Why would the government be doing this? Why is the government giving illegal people housing? Why are they treating them so good? Because, like we wrote, and now you've talked to another guy that said the same thing, that it's a trade for the oil. We take care of their throwout people, right, that are sent here in exchange for cheap oil from Venezuela, right?
Exactly.
Okay, that's so you got a guy that just said that. We've written about that. I talked to 2-3 people about that, and they said that's the exchange. And then you can do it during the election time. You can tell them, hey, give us a bunch of oil so all the oil prices go down now, right?
Oh, I didn't even think of that.
Think about the oil prices. They went down recently, right?
Yeah.
At least $2.
Yeah, you are right. You're fucking right. I didn't even think about that.
Usually oil prices they're up in the summer because it's a special blend, but not that high up. $6. It was $6 at one time. It doesn't go up that high. And now we have hurricane season. It should actually be still up there, but it's not for some reason. It's down to 3 something. I just pumped gas. Right? You know why I pumped gas?
Hey guys, those are Venezuelans.
It was $3.45 a gallon there. Right there on McDonald's. That's cheap.
Hey.
Downtown Chicago.
Yeah.
That's cheap. So what's happening? They're dumping a bunch of oil into the country, so the prices are artificially suppressed, and they go down.
Hey, I hate to cut you off real quick, but I was, okay, you know on Chicago Avenue, where am I? I don't know what, damn it, Chicago and Sacramento, I think this is, right under the train tracks. You remember how it was all blacks living under here?
Yeah.
If I parked up here. I was trying to see, when I'm talking to you right now, because I was doing something totally different until you called, and I was like, oh wait, this will be better because now I got someone to talk with. But those tents under here, this Venezuelans, man.
How do you know?
I'm staring at them. That's on my live right now. I can see them. I'm staring.
You gotta get on your live. We all gotta get on Johnny Boom. We gotta do live on live. I gotta throw your live onto my live. That would be cool to do that. You know,
go on my live right now. Can you get on it? Look, I'll show you.
I'm gonna go on my other. I gotta go on this one. You know, Twitch. You can when you ever hear the software Twitch?
Yeah.
I think you could do live on Twitch.
Oh yeah.
Alright, let me see this here. YouTube, right?
Yeah.
Go to YouTube. John Smolsky, right?
Yeah, Johnny Smolsky. Man, they got gel in their hair and everything.
You know, people say, how do you know? Well, you know,
I'm
right?
staring at it. I can see the guy's got fucking gel in his hair. They're playing cards at a table.
You know they're migrants, right?
How do I know they're migrants?
Live, right? Let's see.
Are you on it?
Live, right?
Yeah.
Oh, shit, Mom. Hey, John, here. So we're at Plymouth and Van Buren, and you're watching people doing drug deals. But look at this. Johnny Boom Boom.
They're playing cards. Hold on.
They're playing cards, and those are Venezuelans. Where's that at, Johnny?
This is on Chicago and Sacramento, I think, right under the train tracks. See?
Chicago and Sacramento. You're looking at Venezuelans, migrants, underneath the train tracks there. Chicago and Sacramento.
Yep, right there. Playing cards.
There we go. We're doing live. I put your live just in front of my other camera, so people are seeing this. So this is a scoop. This is a scoop. So they're not all put away. They spread them out somewhere, right? And then you're saying they're buying up these houses and doing scams with them, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Actually, I could drive down and show you right now, right down the block. Here, I'll show you. Here, let's go drive over there. Huh?
Yeah, it's like echoing, but that's alright.
Here, hang on. Let's drive down there. I'll show you what I'm talking about. because you're all the way. I know. See, I don't like going on the south side. For me, that's far, and I'm sure for you over here is far. Here, see, look right here. Look, see all this. I don't know who's on this side because I'm not sitting here watching, but let's see. Black Venezuelans. Look right there. That guy. He's Venezuelan. I'm not trying to get shot. That guy looked like he was ready to shoot my ass. That guy looked like the Trendy de Lagra or whatever you call it. I'm not trying to get shot.
So Johnny Boom Boom's live
Here.
on his YouTube page where he's found Venezuelans under a bridge and he's found them living in houses.
We're going there right now. We're going to the houses, and there's a midget patrolling the neighborhood over there too.
And the midget was last night. Oh, we're gonna do that for Saturday morning. Everybody, we got a midget video for tomorrow, okay? So what, did he shoot you or something, the midget?
No, he was just walking by, but he was before I followed him to the park. I just saw him walking by. It looked like he was doing circles around the block, like patrolling it, like probably what they do in their country. You know how they patrol the blocks in their country, or like how the blacks used to.
It was the midget Venezuelan?
Yes, yeah. It was like 2 feet. It was like 3 feet tall, probably.
I got Johnny Boom Boom. I got your video on my video now, so.
Hey, baby, if you're watching, sorry, I'll be home shortly with the food. All right, I love you.
Oh, man. All right. We love you. Give Johnny a little break here.
Yeah, give me a little break, baby. This is kind of important. You're important too, sweetheart. I just need a little minute here. Don't worry, I'm coming home with the food.
So Johnny Boom Boom's gonna show everybody where these migrants are.
Yeah, here we're almost at it. Hold on. Maps. Let me put my maps on. Oh, better not put my maps on with that.
And you're on Chicago Avenue on the west side, right, Johnny?
Yep, we're gonna make a left on Pulaski, and I'm gonna show you where I'm talking about.
The Johnny
This
Boom
guy.
Boom found. So what Johnny Boom Boom's showing you is he found migrants living in a field house.
Yep. Like I said, I was gonna get on. I was having a bad day yesterday. I was gonna get out and walk up to it, but there was just so much going on at that intersection. I got tied up, and plus my batteries were dead too, so I had to charge my phone. You know, so I didn't have any battery power.
So Johnny's on the west side today. I'm telling you, that's why you don't rely on one live blogger theater. That's why we all work together as a community.
Exactly.
It's not a competition. Like right now, Johnny, I'm showing your live video on my live video, and that's what we should do.
Right.
We should help each other, because what we do is
Help
we
everyone
each
to
other out, right?
succeed.
Yep, and we look, and we're not, look,
Except
we
Jake
believe
Taylor.
if the illegals are illegal, they need to be shipped out. They need to follow the law. But if they're productive and they want to fix our city, we don't care.
But I don't think. But from what the guy told me, I don't think it was the Venezuelans that fixed it. I think from what I was told today too, I definitely don't think it was the Venezuelans that fixed it. I think the government fixed it and then put the Venezuelans there. And they're puppets. They're being told to come here, so they're just puppets. They're getting used and they don't even know it. They're getting played.
That's messed up.
We're coming up to Pulaski. And then the potholes, it's like, these potholes are fucking screwing up my suspension so bad. We could pay for this, but we can't fix our roads?
Yeah, I need new socks and struts in this van, too.
I know, it's horrible what they're doing with these potholes. Like I saw one so big last night, my whole shoe, I made a video of that too. My whole shoe fit from, like, the top of my shoe wasn't even as high as the sewer. And that was right in the middle of the street, that sewer. Here, now we're on Pulaski, going southbound. I got that speed camera. See, now this is something productive too. I'm not inciting violence. I'm not inciting this. But once upon a time,
That's a good Venezuelan drug dealer there.
once upon a time, there would have been a good group of people that should go around to all these red light cameras and say, F you, Brandon Johnsons, with their trucks and pull these bitches out of the road, because I'm sick of getting tickets by them. Maybe the Carmi people could organize that.
Well, he promised he would take them down, but he didn't.
Oh, did he? I didn't know that. Brandon Johnson said
when I was working at the union, we even made that. We said that they're regressive taxes, meaning regressive means it disproportionately taxes the poor. That way they should be removed. Kind of like they did the shot spotter. It's bad for certain neighborhoods. They should be removed.
Right.
Yeah, we talked about that years ago, but he's not gonna keep that promise.
Oh no, he's not. I mean, they're still up there. Like at this point, we the people. The government is supposed to work for us. We're not supposed to work for the government. And right now, we turned into a country that works for the government. The government's supposed to work for we the people. Am I right?
Yeah. Yep. Same thing with the migrants. You can tell a lot of people these migrants, they've been screwed over even by our government, right?
Right. Exactly. They're getting screwed over by our own government. And not only that, we're fucking milking their country for their oil now. Because I just read online that in the last 2 years, Venezuela oil has not been getting produced as much. I just looked it up on the internet. It's not getting, it's way lower levels that they're pumping it from the ground than they were previously pumping it from the ground. And, yeah, see this is all going to be big dollars. You see this right here?
Yeah.
Mark my words, in 5 years this will be banking. This will be Pulaski and Madison. Yeah, wait, I got caught at the light here. This is Pulaski and Madison.
I know that area.
Yeah, right here.
I know that area.
There used to be a McDonald's right down there and a Jordan store. I used to buy my Jordans right down there next to the McDonald's. The McDonald's, they tore it down. There used to be a McDonald's right down there, though. And I used to go over there to buy my Jordans right at the end of these building rows. It's gone now. The Foot Locker, they moved to across the street. The Foot Locker used to be right next to it. And then one other little history fact. Right here, see this tops and bottoms? If anyone knows the song D.A. Smart's Walk With Me, he filmed that music video. Come on, this bitch, right? Look at this drug addict. What is she doing? Get out of my way, you fucking... What is this idiot doing? You see this girl? She's drunk as hell. Yeah, she a zombie for sure. Right there's where D.A. Smart shot his music video, Walk With Me, by the way, if anyone knows that song. So here, now let's come up to this. See, this is all new. But here, now, this is all...
Oh, man, you walked right up to your car, bro.
Yeah, I know. All right.
I say, that's a zombie there, man. You be safe.
She was walking...
Don't let them bite you. You're going to turn into one of them.
All right, turn into a zombie. Okay, now here, perfect example. See that building right there? Are you watching the live still?
Yeah, everybody's watching it. I'm live feeding
You see the 440 right there? You see that's boarded up. That one doesn't look like it had a fire. That one's boarded up. Now, here, I went into great depth in this neighborhood now. Hold on now, let's come up to here.
What street are you on, do you know or not?
It's the first street south of Madison. Okay, now look at this one. This one right here is for sale. You see the for sale sign? I called the lady to see how much it was, because you see it's not remodeled or anything. I didn't get a call back, but someone should look that up. What street am I on? Do you know?
I'll look it up right here. First Street, south of Madison. You keep driving. I'll look it up for you. We'll do double reporting here, right?
And then look right here. You see this?
People living in there, right?
Look. You see this, right? You know what this is, right? You see that right there?
No.
The bottle?
It's remodeled. Wow, that's brand new.
That's a taco truck. Remember what you were saying about the tacos? Look. It's a taco bus. So that means there's probably either a Mexican or Venezuelan. Hold on. That's
South of Madison is Monroe.
Monroe? Right by Pulaski and Madison, right? Oh, I got a car behind me.
Yeah. There's some kind of a taco truck there, right?
Yeah, right back there. See it?
In the middle of a black neighborhood.
This is in the middle of the hood. They sell drugs probably all around here. Now here, let me show you the.
But you gotta admit it's okay if they fix the house. We
Yeah.
don't want burned down and abandoned office. But if they're scamming the government, then we need to figure that out, right?
Yeah, right. Good. Here, actually, we're gonna come up to that intersection I was at last night. Wait, we're on the block that it was at. Wait, it's the next block up. Hold on. Yeah, this is the block. This is the street I was telling you about, the interesting intersection. Hold on, we're coming up to it. Oh, look at this, too. This wasn't here yesterday. I swear to God, this wasn't here yesterday. I mean, it might have been. I might have missed it, but look. Oh, wait. That wasn't there. I pointed out that. See that bag of garbage right there? A bag of garbage in a bag?
Yeah.
For a sale lot. That sign wasn't there yesterday, I don't think. It might have been. I might have missed it, but there's a lot of if you go back 5 months ago, you wouldn't see a for sale sign in this neighborhood. There was no for sale signs in this neighborhood 5 months ago.
The sun's going on.
Yeah, right. Now here, I'm coming up to the intersection. I think this is it. Hang on. And the midget was walking right where we first made the right. He was patrolling that first block right there. He was doing laps around it, the midget.
What's his name? What's the midget's name?
I didn't talk. I didn't talk to him. I didn't talk to him. Well, where's this intersection? Just the intersection. Oh, so it's not Keeler. It's past Keeler. Hold on. Oh, and look at this. Look at the beautiful flower pots they put there. Those weren't there. Those weren't there 5 months ago. So here, let me show you the building that I got them recorded going in, the Venezuelans. And there's a bunch of, if you drive through here, you'll see, I actually already passed like one or two, I think, that have been remodeled. I just kind of skimmed past it because we're trying to go up here. Hang on. Yeah, it's this intersection, I think. You there still?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm listening.
All right, hang on. There's some nice Halloween decorations.
I'm live feeding you, so.
All right, cool. Now this is the intersection we made a whole video about last night. So.
You did, right?
Yeah.
I had to pull those videos up.
Now here, this is this truck right here. Somebody's living in this truck. Wow. I bet you later tonight, see where that car is? That Lincoln wasn't there yesterday. Yesterday, there's a big white box truck in there. And I was talking about, like, how people convert, like, box trucks into living homes. And, like, I was like, that's fucking smart. If there's someone, now that, how I know there's somebody living in that truck, if on the windows, you could see they got, like, a thing blocking it off. I'm pretty sure there's someone living in that semi, too. Now, over here, I don't know who this guy is. Maybe you can know some. Hang on. There's a zombie right there. You see the zombie?
Yeah.
Who is this guy? Do you know who this guy is? Danny K. Davis, congressman.
Oh, yeah, I know who he is.
Who is he? A Republican? Democrat?
He's Democrat. He's an ex. I don't know if Danny was. I don't think he was the ex-Black Panther. That was the other guy. Reynolds was the Black Panther.
Oh, this guy wasn't a Black Panther?
No.
And
I
then,
don't think so.
and then, he might have been a Black Panther, possibly?
Maybe when he was super young.
Oh.
There was another guy, though, I think this was. And there was another guy. The guy with his jaw got messed up from cancer.
Oh. And then they got a police. So obviously. Oh, and one other interesting thing. So, see, I guess the cop that got. They got a memorial here. See the name? Hold on. See, they got the name Larry there. Oh, here.
So let me just tell everybody here. You're watching Johnny Smolsky. I'm live feeding his live feed. He's on the west side. He's discovered migrants living on the west side.
In the park.
Houses and in field houses.
And under the bridge now, too, obviously.
So, I keep asking on my post, where did they go? Where did they go? We haven't got any report from the government where these guys went. So now Johnny's found out where they're at. They're on the west side. They're living in houses. They're living in
Oh, by the way,
government
that's the
buildings.
house right there.
Right there? Oh, that's Fred. That's the guy who got killed, the cop.
Oh, this guy right here?
Yeah, he got killed. He's the bomb technician got killed by a couple of young kids. Yep.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Did you know him?
No, I didn't know him, but
Was he a nice guy?
yeah, he was a nice guy.
Oh, that's sad. Oh, so that's a nice little memorial they did for him right there. You see, right?
Yep.
And then I don't get what's with all the St. Patrick's Day shit. Like, yeah, they still got a St. Patrick's Day thing right over here. Look at this. Where is it? There's a. It's on one of those poles. Oh wait, it's on the stop sign. Wait, where's that stop sign at? Right there. See that? See that little flag right there? That little pointy thing?
Yeah.
That's a St. Patrick's Day flag. At least they still got all the American flags. But here, to the reason we drove over here, there's more over in this neighborhood like it. This is the building. This is the building. Look how nice that is. You see how nice that shit is? And now this is how you know it was a fire building too. Hold on. Hold on,
That's
window.
where the Venezuelans live in that building there.
Yeah. Look, you see the this camera isn't as good, but you could see the smoke where it looks like the smoke started right there, the fire went there, up the stairwell, and you could see some smoke above that window right there. You could see, it looks like it went up the stairwell and started on the first floor and went up that way. Now the top floor up there doesn't look like it really hit too bad, but even on the right there, even on the little balcony thing, you could tell that this was a burned down property.
And but you said that they sold for over 300 grand, right?
365,000 this was sold for in 2022. 365,000.
Burned out.
Boarded up like that one boarded house up that I just showed you when we got over here.
Wow.
And then you see what I'm saying about the hallway? I'm pretty sure when this building was built, it had drywall on that wall. You remember the Elston shelter? Doesn't that look eerily familiar to the Elston shelter? That brick stairway there? To me it does. You didn't go in the stairway, I did, but to me that looks exactly the same hallway as the Elston shelter.
Wow. Yeah, it's a hidden style. They make that style where it's exposed brick. Yep.
Yeah, it's cheaper. You don't gotta buy
drywall.
right. You don't gotta buy the drywall. So they bought the building for 365,000, and now they put the migrants from the migrant shelter in there. So now, whoever owns that, I never got an answer who owned that building, who it got sold to, but whoever owns that, they what do you call it? They're probably making money off the immigrants living in there, you know? And then here, let's go on another block. But that's the building that I made a whole. That's the one that I made. I even got them. They parked their car like over there. They parked their car, got out, and I followed them, walked into there. Now let's go over by the park here.
Don't be too late for your girlfriend. You gotta get her your
Wife,
food, right?
yeah, wife, yeah.
And you should. It's dark already, and it might be dangerous. So don't take a chance. We can look at it tomorrow or Sunday or Monday, all right?
Oh, right here. Here, this is what this building looked like before. Here we go. Perfect. So that building that you just saw that the Venezuelans were living in, when it sold in 2022, this is exactly what it looked like. Something similar to this. Can you see it good? I got my screen brightness down. Can you see it good?
Yep. Board it up.
Boarded up, fire. You could tell it had a fire because right there you could see the black smoke, and right by this right above the board right there, with your human eyes, you really can't tell in the camera. You could tell smoke that building had a fire in it.
Right.
So the owners probably burnt it down, took the money, and ran. I don't blame them. The neighborhood was a ghetto.
They sold it for big money because they knew the migrants gonna be in there later, right?
Right, they sold it right like that one day. Well, the other wait. This empty lot. Hold on. This empty lot was sold for $8,000. Right here. See this lot? This empty lot right here in between this building and this building. This empty lot was sold for $8,000.
That's expensive.
And then one of these other buildings, I forgot which one. The guy, it's in the video last night. One of these other ones here sold for 350,000. I forgot which one he said.
Is it the video that says Venezuelans take over apartment? Look at 12 minutes in the video. That one.
I gotta double check. I'm not sure. I did like three of them.
The one with the spider. The one with the spider.
The spider has the one with them walking in it. So no, yeah.
That's not that video.
No, yeah, right here. Hang on, wait. I'll tell you which one it is. Hold on, wait. Let me go into it. It's the one that where I did
Don't
the
worry about it, Johnny. You keep doing your live feed.
the
Don't worry
most
about me.
the most no, it's the one titled "The Most Interesting Intersection in the World." That's the one where the guy says the prices and everything.
Okay. I'll look it up when I get home. It'll be easier for me to download and upload it for everybody now. Link it back to your page, alright?
Yeah. And then here, because I got to go back that way to get my tamales and tacos. So here, either way, I got to go back past the park.
Uh-huh.
And that giant pothole is right to the right of this street. If you come over here, you can record. I recorded it. It's in one of the lives. I think I did it. Yeah, I did it as a live. Or no, I lost. Wait. Yeah, no, I recorded it. Because I remember I put my shoe in it, and I was like, holy shit, it's fucking tall, this pothole. And my shoes, I wear a size 13, and that don't even touch the top of my shoe.
Right. Somebody's asking you, this is Chicago, yeah.
Yes.
Roswitha, it's in Chicago. That's the west side. Venezuelans are living on the west side of Chicago.
And look, another for sale sign, you see it?
Yep. What are you showing us?
A building that's probably going to sell for $350,000 in the middle of a ghetto.
And then be rehabbed and Venezuelans are going to live in there.
Uh-huh. They sure are. Right there's the number.
But not poor people. Poor
Yeah.
whites,
The
Mexicans,
poor people. Right, the dumb ones are the only ones that left because they closed down the school, which is actually on the next block over, the school that's closed down.
That's all gentrification to push the black people out.
Uh-huh. And they've already succeeded. I told you where they all, or a lot of them went to, was over by Roosevelt in 83, just west of the cemetery.
No, they're in suburbs already.
Yes, they're in the
What is
suburbs.
that, you said that's Villa Park, right?
Villa Park or the city south of Villa Park.
That Lombard, that might be Lombard.
Lombard,
Bellwood.
possibly. Whatever the city is directly south of Villa Park. Whatever city Route 83 and Roosevelt is, west of there's a cemetery right next to Route 83 and Roosevelt. If you go on the southwest corner, and then if you go right past that cemetery, southwest, right there is where it starts.
So this whole idea of replacements where they say, oh, you're just being paranoid, they're not replacing you, you actually, like I've been showing people too, that there's Venezuelans living down on the south side, 71st, 79th Street.
Right, that's exactly what the guy said today, too. He's like, I go to the south side, too, and he's like, they're over there also.
And they're buying up. Now, here's the problem. These are abandoned neighborhoods and abandoned buildings. We really want them to be fixed, right?
Right.
But the problem is they're not letting the people who used to live there anymore, right? Because they're too expensive now, right?
Right, exactly.
That's the problem. It's not affordable for everybody. That's the problem.
Right. And now there's two schools in this little subdivision I'm driving around in. I made a turn before I went back to the park. I just wanted to show you the school real quick. I forgot exactly what street it was at. Wait, I found it. Bingo. And I think they're living in this school, the Venezuelans. I was gonna go in it last night, but I was like, there's people living in this. This one, I don't know what school this is. Oh, Goldblatt Elementary. See it? You see it?
Yep, I see it.
I don't know how long ago this closed down. Do you know what grade this was?
Well,
Oh, wow. Wait,
Equals 50 schools.
I don't record these type of things. Yeah, no, it's not Venezuelans inside of there. No, it's not there's no Venezuelans in that school.
You know, people always say, and they say this to me, how do you know dudes are doing drug deals? How do you know it's this? How do you know it's Venezuelans? Tell people how you know it's Venezuelans, Johnny.
Because they all dress a certain way, they act a certain way, and I've talked to over thousands of them, like, probably by now. Because I've been doing this since Trump lost the election, pretty much. That's when I started doing it, was when Trump... Well, no, actually, let me correct that. I started doing that when I got my car hit by... and the cop was talking in Spanish with the immigrant and didn't put down one word of what I said happened in the accident and took down every word of what he said, didn't put one word of what I said, and then when I went to the police station to get the police report amended, this is when I first discovered it. I walked in and I'm like, what the hell? Why are there so many people sleeping on the floor? And I didn't know anything about it at that point, you know? So I went up to the cop and I was like, hey, sir, I got to get this report remanded. And then as we're doing it, I asked him, I'm like, hey, I got a question. Who are all these people sleeping on the floor? They're like, oh, they're migrants. I'm like, what do you mean migrants? I didn't even know what he meant by that at first. I didn't even know what a migrant was. I mean, I knew what a migrant was, but I didn't know he meant like that type of migrant, you know? But
the ones that are crossing the border
illegally, right? Well, they want to say it's legal because it's asylum, but a lot of them are lying. It's not asylum. They're coming here to send the money that they make here back to their country. I've had so many Venezuelans tell me, I'm gonna take this money, go back to my country, and start a business. You know how many Venezuelans I've had tell me that? That's not seeking asylum. That's coming here, stealing our wealth and taking it to your shit.
Yeah.
I don't know how the oil plays into all that, but I don't know about the oil aspect of it, but I'm speaking on what I've talked to all these people about, and I know because I've verbally talked to them, you know?
Mm-hmm. That's messed up, Johnny. So what are you doing next? You gotta go get your tamales and food, right?
Well, no, I'm going back past the park because it's on the way. I gotta go back.
Mm-hmm.
Here, I'm gonna show you at the park what I'm talking about. Hold on. It seems like they like to come out. It seems like they come out more after, because I did this between the hours of last night when I did this was between the hours of midnight to like 4 a.m. I was at that intersection for quite a while, though. I was at that intersection for a good hour and a half. So here, I'm going to show you the field house I'm talking about when we get up to it up here. Oh, yeah, here, see? Another one. Boarded up. And that's going to sell for probably $350 million or more dollars. I guarantee you, like, okay, you remember Cabrini Green, right?
Yeah.
That's a hot market right now, Cabrini Green. You know that's big dollars to live there now, right?
Yeah, it's very expensive.
That's what they're going to do to right here next. Cabrini Green's a nice neighborhood now, actually. Have you been there?
Yep.
It's a nice neighborhood. There's like big dollar stores there.
Yep.
And that's exactly what they're going to do to right here.
So here, I got some people that just got on my live feed. If you just got on, we're watching Johnny Smolsky live, Johnny Boom Boom. He's on the west side. He's discovered migrants living in a field house in Garfield Park. He's also discovered migrants living in houses that were formerly burned down. And he's talked to people on the west side. I'm going to get the videos and try to put them up on our page, where they said these were burned down houses. They sold the burned down houses for $350 grand. Somehow they got money to rehab them, and now there is migrants living in there. All of a sudden there's migrants living there, but how did everybody know that was going to happen? So we're starting to look into this. How did the migrants all start getting over to the west side, and how did these landlords get connected to these migrants, especially these burned out houses?
Is that
and $350 grand for a west side house that's burned out, that's quite a bit of money. So
That's a
what
lot of
Johnny's
money.
doing.
That should be worth more than like 50,000, if that. Like, here's another one. Look, they redid it. See, this is one that this one's getting ready. They're getting ready to move them in. You see? Look, you see it? They redid the windows already, the doors. I guarantee you, you come back here in about maybe a week or two. Oh wait, look, somebody's already living on the top floor.
Well, here.
See that though?
A guy on your live feed, Chicago Toxic Donut, is saying this. Well, they already know about it, but do we know how is this happening? How are the connections happening? How does the landlord get connected to an illegal immigrant, and how does the landlord be able to sell him a house or rent to him when he's illegal? What's the process there? Because how do they get credit? If they're an illegal person, how are they getting credit, or how are they buying a house? And where does the money come? How does a landlord who has a burned out house get a loan to fix up a burned out house, and then he rents it to a migrant? How did a landlord do that? How does landlords? That's the point we're trying to get to here. We get that it's happening, but it's not happening by magic. Somebody knew about this ahead of time and set this whole scam up.
Exactly. Some of that they've been planning this for a while. Cause look, you see that's a brand new window there, right? You see the sticker on it? But look, there's someone. What? It looks like they're trying to secretly live on that top floor. Cause you see that black shade. It's like they're trying to hide the light.
That's like they were doing at that shelter, right?
Oh yeah. You're smart. You're right. Like how they had the papers up at the Elston shelter. Same shit. On that top floor right there. And in fact, see that window? That's the building next to it. Look what's over it. Paper, just like at the shelter.
Mm-hmm.
You see the paper over the window, right?
Yeah. Yep.
On the first floor. Second floor doesn't got paper for some reason. Probably because it's too high up and nobody can see in there. And I bet you all of these probably sold for $365,000. Oh man, what street am I on? Hold on, let's see what street this is. Hey, person on my YouTube, tell me how much this house sold for. I'm gonna tell you the address right now. Hold on, if you could please. Hang on. The address is 3838 West Wilcox, Wilcox Street, Chicago, Illinois. That's one of these three buildings right here. I don't know which one. I don't know if it's that one, or that one, but it's one of these three. Can you tell me how much that sold for? Because we're live feeding, and I got a map here and trying to get the addresses. Here, wait. Oh, wow, that's an old picture. I think that's, these two. Right? Maybe? Hold on. It's either these two. Yeah, that's these two, right? Not these two. Because there's a vacant lot next to them in the picture, see? And there's that's the vacant lot, right? Holy shit.
How much?
Look, I don't know. He didn't look it up yet. Can you tell me how much those came for? But look, so this picture, Google isn't up to date. So let me see how old this picture looks. Hang on. I'm trying to compare it to the area to see what's different. Hold on. Is there a fence there? Yeah, there's a fence there. I'm trying to see what's different right here. Oh, wait. I found something different. Wait. Oh, wow. Look at that. That's one thing that's different. You see that bottom window that's boarded up? That's how you know that this is an older picture. There's that same bottom window not boarded up. So that means this was probably taken... this picture that on Google Maps is probably like maybe 8 to 9 months old, I would say. I'm guessing if I was to guess. What do you say? Okay, Google the address. I bet they said for $20,000 or less. And they put the money into them now. They're worth 300. Did you read that?
What?
Oh no, I'm just doing YouTube.
YouTube?
Yeah. Oh no, I'm just doing how the migrants are moving in and stuff, pretty much. No, I know they don't stay there. No, I know. It looks like they're over there though.
They ain't nowhere around this
all right.
Yeah, don't be doing that.
That's why I don't do that over here. That's why I don't like doing that over here.
Huh?
That's why I don't like doing that over here.
They told you to leave or what?
No, I just took off on them. That's a situation where you just... Right there! Hey, look, right there, see them? Those are Venezuelans jamming in the car right there, in that blue car. They're fucking jamming in the car to music. It was 2 Venezuelans. That's a brand new car. Did you see that shit?
So what, a guy told you to get out of there?
I just drove up. That's not... I know how to navigate through these neighborhoods, but let's just say... That's not something you stick around for. Right here, look, check it out. In the blue car. That's a nicer car than I got. Where'd they go? They went up the alley here. Oh, they're in front of this motherfucker. Right there. Is that them? No, that's not the blue car. They went through the alley. I lost them. But did you see that nice blue car that drove by? That was 2 Venezuelans. And now here, let's go over by the park.
What are those guys? Chile or Venezuelan?
The 2 in the car?
Yeah, those guys that were just in front of you.
Oh, I didn't. They look black.
Be careful, you know that, right?
I know how to navigate these neighborhoods.
Don't get hurt.
Here, I'm gonna show you the park. Let's go to the park. Here we go. So the field house is... Where's the field house at? Might be way... hold on. Field house is... it was to the... It was straight in front of me to the right, I think. Hold on. Where the heck is that field house at? And how I found this was, like I said, I followed them. And you know what it seems like, too? It seems like the Venezuelans don't come out into this part of the neighborhood on foot. They come out... Oh, right there, see? Oh, no, like that. That's people cooking food right there. That's not what I'm talking about. Right here, see how they got... This is where the building is, right here. See right here? I don't want to get too tight.
What street now?
I'm facing,
What
facing...
street are you on?
Hold on, let me back up. This is Independence.
That's Garfield
You see
Park.
the fence right there? Look past the fence. Look, you see
Garfield Park.
that's the gate. You see right there? That's the, I think the building's right behind that gate.
Alright, so Garfield Park. I'll look around. I drive around Garfield Park. But you say there's people living in that building over there.
I saw him, I got a recording of him going in it. Yesterday. Yeah, I got the recording of them going in it. Hey, can you do me a favor and read that comment that just popped up? I'm trying to be aware of my surroundings. On my YouTube, please, bud.
Some dude's fucking with you, telling you why you worried about them. You should buy the house and make money too. Some bullshit.
I would if I had 365,000.
It's a scam ad saying it's okay to scam people and jack up prices on houses, man. Whatever, man.
Oh,
Fuck you, dude.
it's one of those
Fuck you.
scammers.
Here, stop. God. Fuck you and your scam shit.
Yeah,
You're
right.
gonna be priced out one day out of your house, motherfucker. That's what's gonna happen to you.
I
keep
agree.
Playing that real estate game. Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Yeah, that's
I'm
some
with
scam
him.
ass shit.
Fuck you. Playing that real estate
There's
thing.
a lot of good people that used to live in those neighborhoods, families and all of that.
Like
they
that-
got pushed out because of drugs and gangs and crime, and their housing was stolen by them. Those are people who worked all their lives to pay for those houses, just like in Inglewood. And then they
There's the
sold
building.
drugs, they dumped guns in there, and they fucked around with all those people that lived in those neighborhoods, and then they stole that land from them. So don't talk your shit to me, man.
For real,
Fuck
he's
you and
right.
your
Listen to
real estate
him.
Scam shit. Yeah, fuck that shit. That's some scam ass. Half these motherfuckers on these internets are assholes. They're fucking scam heads. They come on your page on how to steal from people. They use your friend list. They use your contacts to sell them dope and rip people off. I know half of these motherfuckers on here. They're all fake ass motherfuckers. Fuck you,
Look at
man.
that nice
Bringing
one.
That shit on the internet, man. I'll say that shit. I don't care even on my page. I don't put up with that shit. The people have a right to live in a neighborhood where they grew up without worrying about getting ripped off by
Yeah.
scam heads who are selling houses for $350,000 that are burned out. They
Right.
have a right not to be ripped off.
Right.
Right? They have a right to be reasonable. They have a right to get those loans to fix up their houses.
Right.
Well, why are Venezuelans getting the houses? Why
Right.
aren't Americans getting the houses?
Right. Why are we treating our people like shit as that we're treating them like they're just on a silver platter?
Yep. Yeah, that's scam shit, man. I've been in real estate since the 1980s, man. You can tell a scam head right off the bat. Anybody who tells you it's okay to do that, that's a scam head, man. I know all about real estate. A good landlord and good real estate people, you know what they do? They keep the prices down, reasonable, and they don't flip houses and they don't rip people off. I know good real estate people. My neighborhood is a stable neighborhood where they don't flip houses and they don't rip people off. I know other neighborhoods where there's good real estate people and they don't do that. When you flip houses from $8,000 to $300,000, that's stealing from the person that you paid $8,000 to. That's stealing.
Yeah, right.
That's stealing.
Right. And
That's
then,
what they did. That's called redlining. That's what they did too. When the blacks came into the city, they scared all the Irish and all the white people, say, oh, black people are bad. So what did the white people do? They left. What do you think they paid for those houses when the white people left? They didn't pay them shit. And then what do you think they did to the black people that moved in the neighborhood? They jacked up the prices, right?
right.
So what are they doing now? It's reverse. The black people are leaving because of drugs and gangs and bullshit. They get those houses for cheap or nothing, and then they jack it up. It's the same thing. It's a continuous cycle of stealing from people. That's what it is. It's a scam. You're stealing.
Yeah.
It's a theft. It's wealth theft. Read the books about it, man. There's a lot of stuff written on wealth theft when you do that. And it's not profit. That's not profiting. It's not a profit. When you take something from a person that worked all their life in a factory, busted their ass, you dump drugs and gangs in the neighborhood, you don't give them police, you don't give them services, you shut down their schools,
like
you
the
do all
school
kinds
I
of
showed.
manipulation shit, yeah? Yeah, he just showed you a school that's closed, so naturally people start leaving, right? And it gets fucked up. Whose fault is it? I don't know. But then you pay them $8,000 for a house that they paid maybe $50,000 for, and then you laugh and you sell it for $350 and say that's the American way. That ain't the American way, man. That's a scam. That's a ripoff. That's what that is. I know. I've been doing real estate all my life. There's honest people who are in
Did
real
you read
estate.
the comment they just? It's a woman. They said. Read the comment they just wrote. In Inglewood, 8 years ago, you could buy a house for $13,000. What did I say? Okay, my screen's dirty. You're talking $280,000 now. Oh, now you're talking 280. But even now, these houses shouldn't be more than 18,000. This is the middle of the fucking ghetto we're in. There's drug. This is fucking. Your house will get broken into here. You shouldn't be paying more than fucking $10,000 for one of these. Well, not this one. I mean, that one's that's what you should be paying $180,000 for.
Because it's a scam from the banks. It's what they keep talking about here. They keep printing money and they keep giving free money to people to scam people to sell them shit. You know what over and under is on a car, right?
Right.
When you pay too much for your car and you go over and under, it's the same thing with housing. It's the same concept. You get free money, so you think it's worth something, and you get it, and it's not worth something.
Right.
And then, well, who benefits from that? The bank benefits and the schemer benefits. Guess who's lost? The family person, the middle class person, the lower class person. The immigrants are getting ripped off.
Right, and then
People
all you
with
have is the
families.
upper class.
Yeah, there you go, who are scamming. And these scam artists that are doing the real estate, they're pawns just like the Venezuelans. They're pawns because they're in the middle of it doing it. They're doing it for the bankers. Rather than not paying a high price and keeping the prices down and saying that's a piece of shit house and bulldozing it, they get free money. Somehow they get money and they fix up a house, and then they say the house is worth $350,000 in the middle of nowhere when it should be worth $20,000 or $30,000. There's no family that can afford that. There's no family that can afford those houses. The only people who do this are scheme heads, right? They're scammers who get free money They get me and you can't afford those houses,
Right,
Johnny.
no.
You know that.
Right, exactly.
And then when you say that, they say, "Oh, you're complaining. You're just a nobody," and then they put you down. Yeah, okay, whatever, bro. I've been living in this city all my life. I'm 56. I'll introduce you to every real estate person in the city that owns millions of dollars in properties. Millions. Not this chump change crap. And they laugh at this stuff. This is a scam. That's what they'll laugh at. A good real estate person wants a stable environment, not a scam environment. Why? Because if you have a scam environment, it goes over and under all the time, and you get ripped off, and it destabilizes the neighborhood. It's pretty simple. It's pretty simple economics.
Right. Well, it's like what she's saying about the car right now. Yeah, right. That's what dealers do is bullshit. You're right.
Yep.
And that's exactly what dealers do, and it's not right. That's why you never buy a car from a dealer, and I would never buy a car from a dealer. And if you do buy a car from a dealer instead of a person-to-person transaction, you're an idiot.
Right. Because when you go person to person, you get the real price that the person wants.
And
that you can afford.
And dealers hide everything. Like, okay, you might, for all you know, you might be buying a car that's the engine's gonna blow in about 6 months, and you might not even know because they jerry-rigged some shit to hide it. And then 6 months down the road, you buy a used. I'm talking about used cars. Keep in mind, if you're buying a used car, I would never buy a car from a used dealership. I would prefer, if I could. That's only a last resort option, a used car dealership.
Look, right now we're arguing personal philosophies.
Right.
That's
It's
what we're
peaceful.
doing.
Just so
And
you
you know
know,
what? And you know
Chicago
what?
Toxic Donut, just so you know, this is a calm
And
conversation.
that's what I gotta say, Johnny. This is the kind of discussions we have to have as people. And it doesn't matter what our viewpoints are. That's how we should be able to talk. We talk and put our facts and our experiences on there. And then what we do is come out of the end of this, hopefully with a solution to this, so families can stay living in that neighborhood, because a family can't afford that. That's the idea we need to get out of this. How is it happening, and how do we keep it affordable for families without messing with our government? Because you got to be careful. You don't want to be communism. You don't want to suppress prices, right? Because that's communism. Then you're going to have Venezuelans coming up here. What we need to do is have a fair system where people can afford to live in any neighborhood they want to, without being priced out of it, right? When you jack up a house's price, it's the other thing you do. It raises the taxes all around you. So when you have a person that's on a fixed income, and I know multiple people on fixed incomes, and they gentrify a neighborhood, now their taxes go up. I know some of these taxes that went from $2,000, it's $40,000 now.
Oh, you know
that's not right.
You know that neighborhood
That's
I was
not
telling
right.
you about, and that's how they do it. That's how the government takes the land. Okay, because
Yep.
there's an area by me where they took down a whole neighborhood. Okay, and I got the recordings of it. I went there right when I first found out about it. There was even a house with chicken coop back there. I think I sent you the video. But now they're getting ready to build the big data processing center. And these data processing centers, it takes up the amount of houses that got bought up to build this data processing center. It employs 17 people, like probably at the most. I think the guy said like 17 to 48, but you just took up like 5 football fields of land, you know?
So here this is my back to you, Chicago Toxic. How can you compete? How can you or me physically compete against the government or banks that give away free money?
Right, exactly. What do you think about that, Chicago Toxic?
You kind of get where I'm going with this. I agree with you. We should live in a free market economy. I'm a free market guy. I don't believe in price controls. I believe in maybe some rent controls, maybe somehow, but I don't believe in the government controlling prices. But when you print money and you give people money and they buy stuff that's not worth it with free money, then they don't have the value of the money. That's the point I'm trying to make here, that our government's manipulating our monetary system. It's all connected, and it's made to control us. They print money that's worthless. Our money is worthless right now. Yeah, we're lucky we run our country a certain way, and we still have a lot of weapons and all that. That's why Iran's shooting missiles on. It's all geopolitical. But the point I'm trying to make is, if I can get a loan for $350,000 from a bank, and I'm a migrant, got a deal on it, and then that's what happens. So it's a transaction that isn't really real because it's using fake money, right? Because somebody printed it up. That's the point we're trying to make, I think.
And you can't just keep printing money like that because you're devaluing it.
Yep. There's a Redfin article. Look up Redfin renters. Look that up. Do you know what Redfin? That's Redfin's the real estate company. It says 17% that renters can't afford rent. You know where? Where all the migrants came in. Read the article. Look up Redfin. Look up swing state renters. Just
swing state renters?
Renters, Redfin, swing state rents. All the rents went up in these swing states, Democratic cities, because the migrants came in. And what did migrants get? They got Section 8. They got government assistance. So they go into these areas now, and they bought these things up. They're renting them out higher than market prices. And now the regular people that live there can't live there anymore. They can't live in those areas, so now they're getting pushed out. And guess what's going to happen? What happens when they're going to deport all these migrants and these migrants can't get work? All those prices are going to go suppressed again. And now it's going to go straight cycle again. That's what I'm trying to say there, right?
Right.
And we got to come up with the answer to that, where the government shouldn't be involved in these things. The government shouldn't be giving money to a migrant to buy a house for $350,000. They shouldn't do that. Right. Period. If the migrant wants a house, they should fix it themselves. You can give a migrant a house for free as long as he works for it, but you shouldn't be giving him $350,000. There's no way a migrant can have $350,000. How did he get $350,000?
Right. Chicago Toxic, you're missing what he's talking about. I see your comment you just said. You're missing the point. You're missing the entire point of what he's talking about. I see what you're saying, but at the same time, you're enriching people that shouldn't even be here. That's what he's trying to say, right?
That's the point. It's a fake economy. It's going to crumble and it's going to crash, and we're all going to hurt for it.
Right.
That's what happened in the 1930s. They kept doing that.
With the Depression, right? Do you know about the Depression,
right
Chicago Toxic? Do you know about the Great Depression in the 1920s? Have you learned about that?
That's what happened. They kept pumping money into the system, and it was fake money, and then it crashed all of a sudden.
Right. That's what caused the Great Depression. Do you know about that, Chicago Toxic? Let's see if they know about it. I'm curious if they do.
And that harms everybody then. We all get punished except the few, right? Except the select few.
Okay, but wait, Chicago Toxic, we're asking a question. Do you know, were you ever educated on what happened during the Great Depression? Were you ever educated on that?
All right, so wait up. So Chicago Toxic, does your grandma still own those 30 apartments? Is she still in Pilsen? She's still in Pilsen. Or did she sell the apartments to somebody and they made more money off it? You got where we're going with this? Why doesn't she still live in Pilsen? Are those apartments still cheap for Mexican families and immigrants to come in? Because Pilsen was for immigrants. It was for Eastern European immigrants. That's why it's named Pilsen. And it was for the Hispanics, and hopefully it's for another set of immigrants. But is it that way? I know Pilsen is outpricing a lot of the immigrant families and where they're getting pushed. That's the cycle I'm talking about. I'm not talking about not making profit. I'm not talking about I'm not talking about communism here where we suppress prices.
Right. He's not talking about not making money. You're missing the point. Yes, it's good to make money, but not in this way where it destroys our country. We're making money. What you're talking about is literally going to make our country, fuck all of us up that live here, and we're going to turn into Venezuela.
You should watch Johnny Boom Boom's videos from a year ago. I've been watching his stuff for over a year now. He hits that right on the head. And you should watch some of his videos when he talks to these Venezuelans using the
Google Translate
Google app.
Translate app.
And he'll talk and Johnny talks to these Venezuelans for over an hour, and they tell him stuff and goes, "Oh, that's happening here. What happened in Venezuela is going to happen here."
And I've talked to a few of them that were smart enough that said, yeah, right, we know that Trump's good, but the majority of them say that they don't know Biden good, he let us in the country, he good. But there's a few of them, not many, but there are very few Venezuelans that do know, and I have met them and talked to them, and I got recordings of it, that have said, yeah, Trump's good. Like, we know that Biden's like basically Maduro, the bad president of Venezuela.
And that's what happens with communism. They suppress prices, they manipulate prices, they manipulate goods. And that's all I'm trying to say here, Toxic.
That's the building I think they were living in right there. There was another building too.
That's what I'm trying to say here. It's not a real economy because it's being faked up, right? It's faked up through printing money, and Venezuelans who are illegally here are getting money to buy houses that are artificially jacked up. Yeah, somebody's making money off of it. Somebody's making a profit.
And there's nothing wrong with making a profit, but it's in the way it's being done.
Yep, that's all I'm saying. So I believe in profit. That's what I believe in. I believe in the American way, so.
Right, but just not at the cost of destroying the place we live and devaluing our money.
Yep, it's like now they're offering those hurricane victims, what, $750?
Yeah, right, because they were broke because we gave billions to Ukraine, so we're going to, oh, you lost your whole house, everything, you have nothing left. Here's $750, but we just gave Ukraine $10 billion.
Yep.
What do you think about that, Chicago Toxic? So you got a response for that? And what did she say? I'm driving. Can you read it to me?
See here. So here, let me tell you how that works, Chicago Toxic. When you read history, what happens if you look at the old days? Where did the poor people live? Inside the castle or outside the castle?
The poor people lived outside the castle, right?
Yes.
The rich people lived inside.
What is a city and what is a suburb? The city is the castle. In fact, Chicago has bridges. Remember when the riots happened? What did they do? They lifted the bridges.
You're talking about.
You couldn't even get into the city,
Oh
right?
yeah, I remember that. Yeah, me and my wife were downtown for that.
So what's happening is there's wealth transfer because we're in this time of an epoch. I think that's what it's called, where the wealth is changing to other people. Like in the 1900s, when all the British Empire fell, the Americans took over. And new people like Carnegie, Ford, and McCormick, all those guys, they got rich. And now there's going to be new rich people, like Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos. There's a whole bunch of new rich people. So all the wealth is being transferred. And that's what we're in the middle of right now, right? We're in the middle of that wealth transfer. So what do these wealthy people want to do? They want to live in urban areas. So, but they don't want to live with you, me, Mexicans, blacks, poor people. So what do? They dump drugs, they dump guns, and they let crime happen. So the working people leave. Where do they lead to? They don't stay in the middle of the castle with the king. They have to leave outside.
Villa Park. Hey, that's where Villa Park comes in.
There you go.
Villa Park. That's where they all went.
And
that's outside the castle.
You know, one day it'll be like London. If you ever travel to London, you know what it is? There's a tax to go into downtown.
What?
You're gonna have to have an ID, and you're gonna be taxed. It's called a commuter tax.
Hey, they just started doing that in New York, right?
So what do you think? If you gotta pay to go into downtown, you're not gonna go if you're poor.
No, right. I don't know. Hey, if I would have driven to downtown if I had to pay.
So we're going back to those times where the rich have it and the rest. There's going to be two types of people in the future: rich and the rest. That's all it's going to be. And the rich are going to live inside the castle. The castle in modern times is a city. It's all in the history books. It's been written about for over 2,000 years. It's in the city plan. That was how the city was built. But the city plan, when it was built by the people that built Chicago, said, we need the workers and immigrants inside the city so they work on factories. Well, where are all the factories now in Chicago area? They're in the suburbs.
Hey, I found another
they
one.
Them out.
Check it out.
There you go.
I found another one.
There you go.
You see it? Look, I found another one.
Yeah,
This is...
Chicago Toxic. No one's ever given me free money either.
Look.
No one's ever given me it.
Here's another one. Look, you see it?
Yeah.
The one on the corner. I guarantee you Venezuelans will be in there in 3 months, if not less.
Hey, Johnny, I gotta go get some food, alright?
Yeah, I gotta go. Yeah, me too.
Hey, Chicago Toxic Donut. And I talk harsh. I don't mean to insult.
Yeah, this we're all
that's the
having
way
a
I
friendly
talk.
conversation. It's not an insult or nothing, Chicago Toxic.
Well, what we need to do is have more conversations like this. And the point I'm trying to make is if somebody lives in a neighborhood, they shouldn't be pushed out of a neighborhood because the house next door to them is on 350 grand. How do we protect that guy next to him that's 50 grand on a fixed income, right? That they don't get pushed out.
Right.
When we want to talk about progressive, that's what a progressive does. A progressive protects everybody, but doesn't ruin the country, saying, oh, we're going to make fake prices. A progressive makes it better for everybody. I'm not talking about communism now. I'm not talking about communism. I'm talking about progressivism, where you fix it so everybody so you can sell the house for 350 grand, and the person that's the old person living next to it can stay in their house and they don't get pushed out. Just like the red cameras that give tickets to poor people. That should be eliminated. That's what I'm talking about. Progressivism, the real progressivism, helps everybody, and it's equal for everybody to make sure no one gets hurt. The guy that wants to make money makes money. The person that wants to stick around can stick around. That's the point I'm trying to make. I appreciate you to talk to you because I've never talked to somebody like this on the live TV because it's a hard topic. And you see me, I talk kind of strong. So
Hey, you're good. I like it.
you got me going, Johnny.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, you're on a good show, bro. I called you to interview you, and you interviewed me.
Hey, look, you notice how we're further from the park now? You notice how there's less of it? Where we got further from the park now. This is coming back to the bridge by the train tracks. Look, you notice there's... Well, now, wait. Oh, I forgot to tell you. About a month ago, right here in this park. I'm going to make it right here just because we're passing it. 1 a.m. in this park right here. What is this called? Kells Park. 1 a.m. You see that soccer field there? There was like 40 people playing soccer in that field at 1 a.m. There now, no. Now it's the African Americans. But I guarantee you, if you come here tonight at 1 a.m., you're gonna see Venezuelans playing soccer right there on that baseball field. It seems like what I've noticed. I'm just realizing it right now. They don't come out till after midnight. The Venezuelans take over this park after midnight. During the day, the blacks don't know anything about it because all they see is blacks there. They go in. Now, remember what I said about the education and all that? Right. So and not educating the African American people properly to be able to say, wait a minute. Why is there 40 Venezuelans playing soccer at 1 a.m. in my park? You get what I'm saying?
It's not about racism. It's not about classism.
Right, it's not about racism either. It's not about racism.
Yeah.
It's about the bigger picture of, wait, is it about the oil or the election?
And is it fair,
Or both.
right?
Right, and is it fair? Is it about the oil or the election? Is it fair?
Alright, that's the point. Alright, Johnny, you got me going tonight. I gotta watch out. I ain't gonna get on your live feeds anymore.
Why not?
Oh, I don't know, man. That's all. You're crazy. You got me going tonight.
Hey, that's good. I need more episodes like this. This is good shit.
Yep, I agree with you, so.
Oh, there's a Venezuelan living in their car. I just passed one on the left. I can't say for sure it was a Venezuelan, but more than likely because of how the windows were up. I mean, if you're a black person in this neighborhood, what do you have to fear? Why don't you just go live in the abandoned buildings like you all been doing for the last 20 years, you know? But if you're a Venezuelan, like I said, playing in the park over here at midnight, 1 a.m., 2 a.m., you're going to be in your car sleeping, hiding so nobody sees you. Because somehow all these people got fucking cars, and I don't get any idea how the fuck they all got cars when they just fucking came here.
It costs a lot to have a car.
Right.
We can all agree on
But
that,
wait,
right?
but here's the thing, though. They don't gotta pay for insurance. They don't gotta get a driver's license. We're a sanctuary city. They don't gotta get any of that. We get fucked if we get hit by one of them and we don't got full coverage. And this goes back to where I all started this. this is the whole thing that got me started on this, is the unfairness of them coming here driving without a license. When I drove without a license and insurance, I went to prison and lost 6 months of my life because I drove without a license and insurance, but it's okay for them to do it? That's bullshit. Right, Clem, right there, see?
That's the fairness of it, right?
Right.
That's what I think we're
I had to go to
trying
prison because I drove without a license and insurance, and they could just do it for it. Oh, it's all good. The dude who hit me when I went to go get that police report amended, he didn't have he had a fake license. And he had a fake insurance card, and I got fucked because of it, and I had to get my shit fixed through my insurance because I had full coverage because the fucker didn't have insurance.
Yeah.
And he has no license. And I try suing him. What am I going to sue him for? What does he have? A car that's fucking that he probably sent his money already back to Venezuela or Costa Rica or wherever the hell they're from.
Yeah. I don't think, and that's the other thing. But maybe we get on another topic about that Chicago toxic. Think about what Johnny Boom Boom said. Do you have a guy that comes into the neighborhood, pumps up the prices to 300,000-400,000, whatever it is, whoever it is, let's say whoever it is, and then they get deported, they move out of the neighborhood, they become transient. Now you got a bunch of abandoned $400,000 houses. Guess what happens to the taxes? They stay the same. All the regular people are still paying those high taxes, but now you have all these abandoned. It's the same thing like when you buy a car. If you buy a car for $50,000, but it's only worth $10,000, now you own $40,000 for something that's only worth $10,000. That's what I'm trying to say here, and that's the problem with this. It's It's not a pyramid scheme. It's a different way. I don't know what the word is for. It's unsustainable because then what happens? Like Johnny got hit by a car. Now he's ending up paying the damages, and the same thing is going to happen with this housing. They're going to leave. They're not going to be able to pay those notes. Those houses are going to crash, and it's going to be worse than the 2008. Do you remember the 2008 subprime crash?
Are you old enough to know 2008 Chicago Toxic? How old are you? Are you old enough to learn about that?
Well, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, Johnny. But 2008 was the same thing. And when we're doing it now with migrants, it's going to be worse.
What happened? Hey,
Got hurt from.
I was too young at that time to know what was that really that happened in 2000. I heard about it, but I never.
Well, they did the same thing. They overvalued property, and the way they hit it is they did bundling, and they did toxic swaps and toxic loans, and they were swapping it and making money off the swaps, saying, "Look, we're gonna loan all this money out, and we're gonna take all these people's titles and deeds." And that's what we're going to sell you. We're going to sell you 100 deeds or 1,000 deeds. That's how this went down. Look up 2008 crisis. Banks failed. And what happened is, and businesses failed. GM and 3 automakers almost failed.
Oh, that's when our government bailed out GM, right?
Yeah. That was going from Bush to Obama. But it started under Bush and it went into Obama, and they bailed all these things out, and they artificially kept it up. But a lot of people got harmed by that because they overpaid for something that wasn't the value anymore, but they got stuck with the bill. It's like your car. If you buy a car for $50,000 and it's only worth $10,000, and now you got a $50,000 note and your car is only worth $10,000, you're $40,000 poorer. You're not $40,000 richer. The same thing with a house. If a house is only worth $20,000 and you pay $350,000 for it, you're that much poorer. Yeah, maybe you can sell it and get some cash for it, but guess what? You got to find a house now that's $350,000, which there isn't going to be none.
Right,
that's
like
the point.
Right, like
you talked about that because you're looking for a house, right, Johnny?
Yeah.
If you sell a house for $500,000, you say, "Wow, I'm rich now," right? I just sold a house to some dude in Ingo for $500,000. Guess what? Now you gotta buy a house.
Right.
Where are you gonna buy a house for $500,000? If you go to a nice neighborhood, it's gonna be 700 grand.
In the
Now
middle
you're
of
200
nowhere.
the
Hey,
hole.
in the
There
middle
you
of
go.
nowhere. That's where they'll buy a house for that. Where you gotta drive 2 hours to get to the grocery store. That's the only place you'll buy a
There
house
you
for that
go.
price.
So you're 200 in the hole. That's what it is. That you got to do the math that way. You're 200 in the hole. You're not $500,000 richer because you sold a house that was 10 grand for 500 grand. No, you got to go buy a house for 700 grand. So you're 200 in the hole. Plus, that house you originally sold wasn't worth 500 grand. So you're even more in the hole. That's the point. It's economics people written about. Now, is it good to make a profit on something? Absolutely. If you can make that much money, then you make it. The point is that we have to make it so it's reasonable for everybody and it creates a good economy, right? That's
Right.
the point I'm trying to make.
And
If
it
you have
doesn't
to buy
destroy
another
our
house,
country.
yeah. If you have to buy that other house for 700 grand, it's not going into the economy. It's going to the banks. The only people making the money is the banks. That's the point I'm trying to make.
Right, and then you're in debt for the rest of your life to the bank because you
Yeah.
just took a what? You just took a $300,000 loan, but you only make what, 20,000 a year? So now you're in debt for the rest of your life on that.
And that's what's happening.
So now you're like essentially you just turned into a slave. You just turned into modern day slavery, like the blacks were slaves back in like whenever they were slaves in what, like 1800s or whatever.
But it's not a chain, it's the financial chain. That's the point. And look, again, there's nothing against making money. It's okay to make money. And yeah, people get into loans and get credit. That's okay. But the point is when you artificially inflate prices by printing money or giving illegal migrants $350,000 loans to buy a $10,000 house, that's going to be unsustainable. That's the point that I'm trying to make to everybody here that we're talking to, because I'm talking to your live feed and my live feed, right? I'm not against making money. I'm not against getting a $10,000 house and making 300 grand. I'm not against that. I think that's a good deal there. You can get that deal. But if the guy that's buying it is an illegal alien, where did he get the money from?
Right.
Right? And is he going to be in this country and is he going to work in this country to make the country be better?
No, he's not, because he's going to take that money and send it back to Venezuela.
There you go.
So he's not making the country better because he's going to go take that money and then go move back to Venezuela with his business that he started and enrich his country as we get poorer.
That's the point we're trying to make, right?
Right. Why are we making ourselves poor? Just like with the oil. I don't know what's up with the oil with us in Venezuela, but with Saudi Arabia, Dubai. Look at Dubai. Dubai went from a what do you call it? Like sand buildings to the tallest building, to Taj Mahal or whatever, that tallest building in the world, whatever it's called. They went to that from buildings made out of sand in the matter of 10 years, and that's because we transferred our American wealth to Dubai. And that's why they got a downtown nicer than Chicago. Am I right? I mean, have you seen Dubai's downtown?
That's the point. That's the point. You hit the nail on the head there, Johnny. That's what you just did. You like, who got rich? And then in the end, you gotta ask, did the poor people in Dubai, are they better off?
Yeah, right. What happened with them?
Right? Are they better off? And again, I'm not into communism where you give everybody equal pay and all that, but you got to be fair, right?
Right.
You got to be fair and make everybody be able to make the opportunity for themselves.
That's what America is supposed to be, right? You're supposed to be able to, if you want to do it, you can do it. If you don't, you can't.
Yep, that's the point. Yeah. So what about Canada, right? Is it good or bad? I don't know. Somebody just commented on it.
Oh, okay.
This is crazy. Everybody should know we're doing 2 live feeds at the same time, so we're talking to lots of people.
Right?
I don't think have we ever done this one, Johnny?
I don't think so. No, we've never done one.
This is pretty cool.
We're gonna keep it going. Hey, let's keep it going. This is pretty good. This is fun, man. I'm gonna order my tacos and we're
I'm
doing
gonna
it.
have to go get some food for my wife because I gotta make her happy.
That's exactly what I'm doing right now.
I need my car fixed. I crashed it, so.
You did?
Yeah, I smashed up my side a little bit. I hit a guardrail, so I'll have to fix it.
When that happened?
Oh, it's just a scratch and a few things. It's gonna get. You have to hit it out with a hammer and do some Bondo work.
Scratching a
How
few
fast
things.
can you guys do it? Should I trust your dad or not, or should I get somebody in my neighborhood?
We'll have that conversation later. We'll have that conversation later.
Alright, there we go. Canada. Hey, that's where Kamala Harris is from, isn't she?
Yeah, I think so.
Canada, yeah. Whatever.
Yeah, isn't that where she's from?
She
One day
moved
she's
from
black,
Oakland
one day she's Canadian, one day she's Mexican.
Whatever.
You never know where she
Whatever.
is.
And she moved, they went from Oakland to Canada, and she was a middle-class person with 2 professors as her parents. Yeah, living in a mansion. Yeah, whatever.
By the way,
Whatever.
hey, have you ever been here, John?
What?
Have you ever been here?
No, where you at Frank's, or where you at? The hot
I'll
dog
show you when
joint?
we turn the corner. Let's let the viewers get a surprise. Hold on.
And I'm pulling into my restaurant, too.
You're talking about your Jeep, right, by the way?
Yeah, I'm talking about my minivan. My Jeep is still in the shop.
Oh, what happened
But I'm
to the
getting a
Jeep?
new engine in it.
Oh,
It's
new
getting a new engine in it.
Why? What happened
New
to the
engine.
old one?
I just do it too much.
See, this is what I
Alright.
like. Everyone that's watching his live feed or mine, this is where you need to come support. Now, let me give you a little story why I like this place so much. This place has been here from my youngest memories. Me and my dad used to go downtown, like to the museum on the weekends, or like zoos and stuff. And when we would get done, me and my dad would come here. So this business has been here for well over 30 years. I'm 35, so this has been here for well over 35 years. Now, I got an interesting story for you. See this?
I'm gonna leave you the live feed. I have to go inside my restaurant and go get food, alright? Just keep talking, alright?
All right. Lazo's right.
You have to be talking to my listeners, okay?
All right, cool. So right here, this restaurant used to be called Lazo's. You see what it's called now? Now you got little Lazo's over there. That's not the same Lazo's that Lazo's was. What happened was during COVID, okay, so this Lazo's right here started right here and went to about there. And right before COVID hit, this is what happened. Right before COVID, this is before COVID came here, they bought this building right here and the parking lot. Their parking lot's still over there, but they bought this building and the parking lot. COVID hit. So they just spent all their money to expand their restaurant. And COVID hit. And they didn't get the business to stay in business. They just spent how much money buying all that, making all that? They couldn't make enough money, they went out of business. And don't be fooled, that place is garbage. This is where you want to eat, Arturo's. I'll show you the menu. They got a cool sign up top too. I was supposed to be home hours ago with my wife and food. See, we don't dial 911. I like that sign. There's a nice place in here. Me and my dad always would sit like over there. Hi, how you doing? All right. Let me get two pork, one chicken tamale, and hang on. Let me also get 2 steak tacos with cheese and steak only, and avocado on the side. And let me get 2 separate orders of the orange rice. 2 in 2 separate containers. That's it. I need money, man. I need y'all to start donating to my Cash App that my sweetheart made.
36.85.
Whew. That's that inflation. That's that printing. That's what he's talking about. Printing more money, making our money more worthless. That's exactly what he's talking about. Our government is printing money right now like it's going out of style. And we're giving it all to fucking Ukraine. We're giving it all to Venezuela.
315. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, another good thing here is I quit eating sweets. I don't want to get fat, but I would definitely recommend getting one of these. Oh, I don't got it. Oh, wait, there it is. Ooh, I love that cake. See that beautiful cake right there? Oh, man, that cake is so good. I really want to get a piece. Oh, man, I really want to get a piece. I don't try to eat those things no more. It's like, ugh, because those cakes are so fucking good. Oh, here, while they're making the food, I'll finish the explanation, but come check it out in here. It's a good atmosphere. Hey, I'm going to go outside for a second, all right? Let me finish telling you the story of Lazos. Not that Lazos, fake-ass Lazos. I went in there thinking it was the other Lazos, and it's not. Man, that ATM's been there 30 fucking years. I mean, not that one in particular, but there's been an ATM there for 30 years. And then that right there, that used to be a drive-through bank. Now, look, think about this, okay? So, my mom got picked up on an ambulance right there one day, too. That's actually where I learned to do CPR, I think, was right there. I think that's... was that when I learned how to do CPR? Yeah, I think that was where the ambulance worker taught me how to do CPR. Why did the ambulance worker teach me CPR? Because what the ambulance worker told me was there's traffic, ambulance can't get there in time, and if you want to keep someone alive, this is what you got to do. I think I learned that when I was 6, 7 maybe. I learned to do CPR when I was like 6 or 7. And I did it successfully several times on my mom. Several times I did it successfully. Even the last time I tried doing it, I was unsuccessful, but I tried. So back to Lazos, though. That's their... is that their parking lot still? Oh, yeah. Well, during winter, they got... this is parking also. But so this I don't know. This I don't like what they got going on there, food. I mean, if you want to try them out, if you like this type of food, try it out. But they don't got nothing that I really like up there. But that place, that's a family-owned business that's been there for 30 plus years. I would any day eat, even if I didn't like that food, I'd rather give my money to that place than this place, because that place has history. This place ain't got shit. And this place is way better too. A little on the pricey side. Oh, one other interesting thing. See that leaf over there across the street? Right there. You can get weed cookies there. You can get weed cookies. They got weed cookies. They got weed brownies. They got weed cakes. They got whatever type of sweets you like. But I think when I bought a cookie, it got me pretty high. The cookie got me pretty fucking high. But after I read what the cookie was made of, I was disgusted. I hate it, honestly. I think the cookie dough is made out of like mushrooms, it said. Like it's not real cookie dough. It's like made out of like mushrooms that grow off of like the ground or on a tree. But this is little Lazos. This ain't nothing like Lazos. I never really even walked up to their menu. See what they got. I did with my wife walk up to them. I really need to start getting paid for this. They don't even got orange rice. They got white rice. Look. I don't like white rice. They got orange rice there. Man, Lazo's tacos look way better than theirs. I mean, not Lazo's. Arturo's tacos looks way better than theirs. What's a chuputo? A chupacino. I need some milk. No, I don't got milk yet. I don't got milk yet, guys. I haven't got milk. I really gotta get this food for my wife. I gotta get some milk, though. I'm fucking thirsty as shit. I do need milk. I'm starting to get thirsty now. I haven't had milk all day. I'm going in a milk withdrawal. I need some milk, man. They don't got milk in here. I'll show you. Hold on. I thought this was milk. Well, I got a funny story about this. So, this looks like milk, but it's not milk. It's called horchata. It's made out of rice water. It's like rice water with a bunch of sugar in it. Another reason I don't drink it, but... So I'm like, when we were coming back from the museum one day, me and my dad, I was like, that's milk, I want it. And it's like, no, that's not milk. I'm like, he's like, you're not going to like it. I'm like, it's milk, it looks like milk. He's like, you're not going to like it, it's not milk. I'm like, yeah, it is milk, it's white, look at it, see, it's milk. He's like, all right, I'll get it. I got it, I took one sip. I was like, what is this? This nasty. He's like, I told you weren't going to like it. He was right, I wasn't going to like it. It's rice water. It's made out of rice water. I've drinking them a couple times since then, but not really my thing. Man, I really should get a cake. Man, I don't want to eat that shit, though. That look bad, then. I'm encouraging. I mean, hey, if you want to be an overweight person and eat what you want, by all means, be happy and do that, but that's not what I want to do. I'm already fat enough. I don't need to be fatter. My wife likes sunflowers, so it's like a sunflower kind of. Oh, I think the food should be ready. That's their menu. Way bigger menu than Little Lazo's. Way better too. What do I think of that?
You guys, where are you?
Nah, sorry. No, I don't want to square at me. What do you think about that? There's a menu. Oh, it's fine? If you're someone that doesn't mind sweets, definitely get the Tres Leches cake on the top. That cake right there, get that cake. It's fucking bomb. And get the one with the, if you like cherry, they got cherry and chocolate. Get the cherry or chocolate. I gotta get home with this food. I was supposed to be home like fucking 2 hours ago. I need some money though. I'm broke, yo. Hey, if someone's watching this with some money, hey, can you please send me some money? I'm broke as shit. I need some money. Ooh, I should walk the dog's hair. Fertilize their grass. That place is okay. I got it from there. But if you're gonna come to this intersection to eat, don't pick there and don't pick that other place. Pick either this place or pick that place because they've been here the longest. They deserve business over any of these other places, in my opinion, because they got good food. A restaurant wouldn't stay in business for 30 plus years if their food wasn't good. I started off this video turning it into something. Oh, here we go. We got a buddy calling back. Hey, we're still live. What's up?
Yeah, I had to go get my food, so sorry about it.
Yeah, I got mine too.
I didn't want to get the whatever, so you know I didn't get in trouble.
Oh, hey, are there people watching on your channel still?
No, I got mine off. So.
I just gave a real good explanation of this whole intersection.
All right, cool. I'll have to download the video then. All right. I just posted a couple of yours on my page. Cut up some cool clips. What I want to do is, are you still live?
Yeah, I'm still live. Should I turn it
All
off?
right, I don't care.
You don't care?
So what I want to do is, if somebody was bothering me about the Venezuelans and how do I know certain things, I want to start taking all our interviews, my interviews, your interviews, and start posting them.
Right.
That's what
Hey,
I
you
wanna
should do the one with Costa Rica. Hey, I had Costa Rica call me like, he actually called, I'm busy, you know, he always calling me when I'm busy, you know, but I talked to him like, you know what he told me? He's like, they're doing it in my country too. He's like, they're all coming here. He's like, his country's getting overrun by Venezuelans also.
He's back at home?
Yeah, he's back in Costa Rica. He's working, he's selling medical equipment.
All right, that's cool. I like him, man. He's all right dude, man. I think me and you met him at the same time. It was at the landing zone, right?
Yeah, or ground zero, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, that's all right. That's good. Yeah, so I just want to tell you that up front. I'm going to start going through some of your videos and interviews. So we need to start posting this and just saying, and I think this goes to what we were talking with the Chicago, the donut guy. We're all getting played here. I put up a video of it today. Who's getting shafted? And I don't know why. I got to look at why I posted it and what I was doing. Oh, I was in the Fulton Market District. It's busy, right? It's super busy. And it was these people that got all this money, right? Then I went past the migrant shelter, which is over there, and then there was a black guy begging, right?
Uh-huh.
So you had a bunch of people with a lot of money. Then you had the Venezuelans who had a free place to stay. And then you had a black guy that was begging, right?
Right.
So I said, who's getting shafted here, right? And who's making the money?
Right.
And then people will say, well, the black guy's lazy here. He's a bum, but here, this is what happens. What happened in World War II? They first went to get the gypsies, then they went and got the political people, and then they went and got the Jews. That's the point. And this is a hard thing to say, you want to be fair without not being fair. You kind of get what I'm trying to say? You don't want to be manipulating stuff, but you got to give everybody, it's called equity.
Right.
That means you got to help. You have to, it's part of opportunity. Everybody has to have the equal opportunity to make it, not give one the unfair advantage. And if we start saying it's okay, and they're here, and I made money off the real estate deal because it's a Venezuelan, he got a bank loan. Well, what happened to the black guy that wanted a bank loan? Or what about me? Or what about you? You're looking for a house. What about our opportunities?
Right.
The point what I try to make in my video to say is this. We need to be fair for everybody. So everybody has the opportunity to do whatever they want and make as much as they want, right? All I wanted to say, that's all.
Yeah, that's good. That's smart what you said. That's smart.
I'm trying to. I'm not trying to be as smart as you.
I still got people watching on mine.
That's all right. Where are you at? Maybe I'll get on again, right? Let's see where you at.
I'm getting on the highway.
I got you. Let's see, how are you at? Johnny Smolsky, right? Let me get on here. Where you going? You going home or what?
Yeah, that direction.
Yeah, I'm going. I gotta go I gotta go do my duties. You know, my family duties, right?
Yeah, right. I gotta get some milk. I'm thirsty.
Oh man, I'm listening to left side. I got mute that, right?
What is
There ain't
that?
no echo. That's you. I'm watching you, bro.
Oh, duh.
I gotta turn the volume down so it doesn't echo back, right?
Right, it back echoes otherwise, the feedback.
So yeah,
What happened to your Jeep, by the way?
engine is bad.
What? How
I
do
got
you?
a deal. I got a
What?
deal on I got a deal on an engine, so they put a new engine in. It's not a new engine. It's got 35K on it. Mine had 200K.
Should have put a
And then
Hellcat.
No, I didn't do that.
Put a
I don't
Hellcat
think
engine in it.
If you get one, then I will. But I'm already doing this. And then as they were doing it, they found a whole bunch of stuff. And you know how it is when you do big jobs like that, switching engine, you find other things. So
Right,
so that's
right.
what you do.
That's
But
what I
yeah,
did on my
mine-
Camaro.
Yeah, but on my minivan, and that's the one I've been driving lately, I hit the left side, I crunched the door a little bit, and I crunched the sliding door, so...
It won't
I'm
open?
good. No, it opens, it just... you know how you scrape something? That's what I did, I scraped something pretty bad, so... You gotta bend some metal, and you gotta pop some metal out and use some Bondo, that's what it is.
Well, you don't want 2 inches of Bondo on there.
So you should pop it out, right?
Yeah, you want as little Bondo as possible.
Why is that?
Because Bondo cracks over time. You want as thin layer of Bondo as possible to keep it to the most... You know how you can tell it when you're buying a car if it's got Bondo on it? You bring a magnet. You bring a magnet. And if the Bondo's real thick, if there's Bondo there, the magnet won't stick to the metal.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
You didn't know that, did you? Huh? See, I just taught my viewers and you something new. When you're buying a car, go over it with a magnet, a used car in particular, mainly a used car. Then that's how you could tell if it had body damage, by if the magnet doesn't stick on some metal spots, that means there's a thick layer of Bondo there and there's body damage that was fixed on it. And you can get them down on the price then, because you can say, well, wait, this was fixed, there's Bondo on here, see the magnet's not sticking to the metal?
Right.
So that means there's Bondo under there. So that means this car's had prior damage. Because not all shops, just because you get a Carfax report that says this car was in this accident this time, and this time, you don't have to do that. A lot of shops don't do that. You don't have to report the Carfax that the car was in an accident. There could have been a car in 10 accidents, and you could not pull up one of them.
I've seen where guys, the Jeeps that are notorious for frame rust, where guys actually fill the frame for the rust side with foam. You ever see that trick?
Oh yeah, that's bullshit.
They do the foam, then they make it smooth, and then they paint it black so it looks like it's the frame.
And then it falls off in fucking a few months, probably, right?
And then you lose your axle, yeah.
Yeah, right. Then all your stuff falls off.
Alright, there you go.
That's another reason you don't want to go too thick with Bondo too, because like when you're hitting bumps and stuff, it'll crack and fall off.
So what are you doing this weekend? Anything fun or what?
No, I gotta take care of my wife.
Alright, well that's good. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. We're going out to the ranch tomorrow, so we didn't go out last week. I forgot because it rained, so we're going out tomorrow. I picked up a nice load of wood, all nice wood today, so I'm gonna be working tomorrow, and I have to winterize everything because I got a lot of wood out there. I don't think I'm gonna finish building the outhouse, so I have to cover it up and winterize it so it doesn't get spoiled over the winter. So
Right,
that's what I'll be
right.
doing. I'll be working all day tomorrow out there doing some carpentry work and stuff like that. Maybe one day I'll take you out there, all right?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Just relax a little bit. You like it out there, all right?
Yeah, maybe if my wife could come, that'd be a nice little like vacation or something, you know?
It's not a vacation place. It's don't have running water, don't have electric, and don't have a toilet. So I don't think that's a vacation place.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. I didn't know it was like that.
It's like that. Here, let me tell you this. I don't know what kind of viewers you have. So we might make your viewers not like you as it is. Let's just say this. The last time I used the washroom, I got poison oak.
Oh wow.
It took me 3 weeks to cure my butt.
Oh Oh man, that must have been horrible.
Yeah, right, it was horrible. I should have used that story on my page, not your page.
Wait, you wiped with poison oak, or you just got
I don't know
on
what
you?
I did. I think I was standing there and fluke. Well, I don't know what the hell it was. So.
Oh, you brushed up
She was
against
wrong.
the poison oak.
Yeah, there you go. I think that's what it was. No, it's a tree. You can get it from trees too, I think.
Hey, man. I mean, I could say something just as nasty. I took a shit in Chicago during COVID because none of the bathrooms. You couldn't go in the bathrooms. Anywhere you went during COVID, I took several shits around Chicago actually during COVID because you couldn't. Do you remember you couldn't go in the bathroom anywhere if you were out and you were far from your home? All the restaurants everywhere was closed. You couldn't go in the gas stations, and then where you could go in, like a gas station, they would say the bathroom's closed because of COVID. Where are you supposed to take a shit?
And you know, that, I don't want to talk about COVID.
You didn't come across that problem during COVID, where to take a shit?
Yeah, it was that COVID was bad. Here, I'm going to tell you this. You know there's still some people that are on COVID and aren't going to work since then?
Wait, what?
You know there's people who never went back to work. You know the court system in Chicago, that Cook County is still off on COVID?
What? Seriously?
Yeah, when's the last? I mean, Cook County here in Chicago, they're not going to courtrooms. They're still on COVID.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. They're still on COVID here. Yeah, I didn't know that because I had a court tape for one of my tickets where the cops gave me a ticket when I was doing my filming.
Yeah.
And it was all of it. I had 2 tickets and they were all on video. Now, I don't know if all the courts are closed, but I know they're on COVID. You know, I'm pretty sure. I'm not looking up the thing. I'm pretty sure they are. So, all right. Hey, I'm at my place. So I got to pick up.
An American. I have nothing. What the purpose of what I'm trying to do is to tell everybody, look, we're all Americans. We all need to unite and realize that even the migrants that came here that want to be Americans, that want to see this country do good, we all need to unite, and we need to stop looking at each other as Hispanic, black, white, Venezuelan, Costa Rican, whatever the hell you want to call it. It's us against the government. That's the point I'm trying to get at. It's all of us against us getting screwed on Joe Biden and Kamala Harris's fucking gas hikes. Look at this shit. Look at the price of gas right here. Look at the price of that gas. That's not his gas prices. And I feel bad Venezuela is getting taken advantage of over oil, if that's really what it's about, just to be clear. Wow, gas sure took a hike there. And yes, I got milk now, but... and them gas prices are a motherfucker. So this is what this video is about. This is I don't got nothing against nobody. I don't care if you're I literally have videos of me talking, chilling with Venezuelans. I got nothing against you guys. What I got the problem with is Kamala Harris and Joe Biden. That's who my problem's with. And that's who your guys' problem should be with too. The reason your guys' problem should be with them is because they're fucking you guys too. They're fucking you guys just like they're fucking us. Even if you're an immigrant, you're just their pawns. That's all you are to them. Even if you're a migrant at Elston Shelter, those migrant workers, they talk shit about you guys. I got a video where I got a migrant worker saying you guys are dumb because you guys are dumb. You guys are dumb because you guys can't speak English. I literally got a migrant. I got 2 migrant workers. I got one on Elston recorded saying that. I got another migrant worker on from a park on Elston up the other way that used to be Portage Park, or I don't know what the park was, but whatever the park's name was, that's the point, is that, how do you say it? What do you say? Fuck. The government's fucking us and you guys. That's what it's supposed to be. And that's good that you guys are buying houses in the area, and, you know, well, it's not you guys buying them, the Venezuela, they're just putting you guys there. And like, you know, what Dude said was, what did he say? Like, okay, what happens when they deport you guys? And I didn't even get to bring this up to him. What happened in Detroit? If you guys, I went to Detroit like 7 years ago for the second time. And I got the video. I looked at it. I was watching it like a month ago. And I was like, God damn, man, what happened to all those burned down buildings? There was a lot more of them, because me and my lady went there like, what was it? Like, maybe a year ago was the last time we went there now? No, well, actually Detroit, yeah. It was probably been like a year ago now. And last time I went there, I was like, wait a minute. There's still burned down houses here, but they were really missing a lot. Like, there was nowhere near as many. I didn't see, only in the downtown area, the last time when we went to Detroit, did I see progress of buildings, like new buildings and new businesses, in particular by M&M's restaurant, Mom's Spaghetti. But the rest of Detroit, when I was trying to find those same burned down houses that I saw the first time I ever went there, each time, I think, me and my lady, I think we went to Detroit like 3 times, maybe, me and her together. So those 3 times we went to Detroit, that each time we went, I noticed less and less houses that were burned down. The first time I went there, it was hilarious. I was driving through, there was a whole family living in a house that looked like it just like had a fire probably like a year ago. And it was a heavy rainstorm, I remember. And there was a guy sitting on the first floor watching TV, like he doesn't got a giant gaping hole in his rooftop, and there's not a heavy ass rainstorm coming in through his kitchen probably. And he's just sitting in his living room watching TV with a gaping hole in his ceiling. I don't know if I don't know. It was a 2-story apartment or house. I don't remember, but I remember it had a pointed roof, and in the middle of the pointed roof, you could see where the fire burned through the roof. But on the first floor in the front room, the guy was fucking watching TV, and that's what that's about. Like, I think that's what he was trying to say about the transfer of wealth or whatever, or the transfer of money. I was just thinking about that. I wonder if, I want to know what happened in Detroit. Let's find out. I'm going to find that out right now. We don't got too much longer in this video, so I got to get my lady this food. But here, let's find out what happened with Detroit. I'm curious. Hold on. Why did all the houses burn down in Detroit, Michigan? Let's see why. Alright, I can't figure this out right now, but let's read these comments before I end this video. Alright, reading through the comments. Oh wow, there's a lot of them. I didn't get a chance to read any of these. Pigeon 123. What? Pigeon again 123. What the heck? Talo tweets. Womp womp. Okay, womp womp. Severity. Wait the Karma don't missile. Yo. Goat something. Perry. Is that you? I don't know who that is. Face reveal. stumbled upon me trying to fucking get a donation because I'm fucking shit-faced broke. That's what you stumbled upon. What did I just stumble upon? Forbids. Guy looks less orange than I'm used to seeing. Yeah, he does look a little pale. Hang on. Yeah, he's looking a little pale there, I'll say. Finishing off with these comments. Weird. How's your ear? Get those lazy bones out of there, okay? John Cougar. Message. Messed up. Roosevelt, this is Chicago. Roswell, I can't tell you, in the 1990 style GMC conversion was on 22s. Was it? I didn't know that. That's interesting. The 1990s GMC style conversion was on 22s. That sounds badass. Oh, you're saying the one I passed earlier. Yeah, that was badass. That was on 22s. Well, hopefully you bought a house and get it paid for. Well, no, I haven't. T-Chan, question mark. Oh, then we're getting all this fucking realty shit. Oh yeah, is gonna be living in one of them abandoned buildings. Some broken shit, man. Who am I kidding? I was about to be living in one of them abandoned buildings over there where I was just driving through. Eating out of the trash. Well, not eating out of the trash, but living in one of those abandoned buildings, maybe. So I guess they did. That's interesting to know, though, that those. So that's not like what they did. I was thinking like they did what that influencer told them to do, but that's not what it is. What it is I guess they just changed the shelter from Elston to fucking a house. In other words, and made it so anyone else can't live there no more, except for people that immigrated here. And I got all this realty shit. And this battery is about to die, so I don't even know if I'm going to be able to finish it, but let me see. Who's Googling the Addies? Zillow will tell you how much they bought them for and how much it's worth. I don't know. I have a few neighborhoods that get Section 8, but they're not migrants. Well, that's good. I'm glad you do, Chicago Toxic Donuts. That is why they're all moving into the suburbs. Why? Wait, why? Hold on. Yeah. Hold on. Tell the person that sold the house that it's fake money. It is fake money. Her money is based on gold that probably ain't even in Fort Knox. And they just keep printing more of it and giving it to Ukraine instead of putting it back into like our pockets. They get up 2 billion. There you go, Ukraine. Here's another 2 billion. Oh wait, Israel, you need some missiles? We got you, Israel. Here's about 22 million in missiles for your Iron Dome. But wait, where's America's Iron Dome? Where's our, why are we making Dubai rich and giving them all of our oil money when we got more? And I wonder, ever since that guy told me that today, I wonder if that's part of it. I wonder if the oil that's in Venezuela is part of why they're coming. I mean, that's what he said. He lives over there. He would know. He would know that's why the oil's coming. Which kind of makes sense. I looked it up. I mean, looked it up. Look in Canada, something like that. Man, that's crazy though. They hit Trump with like another 96 charges like 2 days ago, I was told. I didn't look in. I'm gonna look that up. Let's find out if that really happened. If that person that told me that's correct. Let's look that up. Did Trump recently get charged with more charges? September 13, 2024. Hold on, what's this? President in American history to be charged with either state or federal level. They're bogus as hell. They're doing Trump so grimy. That's why we gotta vote for him, man, because honestly, I would have given up. I would have gave up after the first court case. I would have threw in the towel after that. In the day, Donald is the first former president in history to be charged with either state or federal charges. I don't know. Well, I hope you all enjoyed the video. Hopefully somebody will send me some money because I'm shit-faced broke. I need some money because I'm going to be living in one of those boarded-up buildings. Well, maybe not, because obviously they're changed. Like, I'm not even kidding. Them buildings changed in a 3-week span. Like, I went by there for the first time 3 weeks ago, and that's how I noticed it. Because that's when this all started. What the fuck is this shit? Well, like, subscribe, share, hit thumbs up. Thanks for watching. Appreciate the views. I don't want YouTube to pay me. That's the shitty thing. I just thought about that. Why get monetized under YouTube? Because then you can't even do half the shit you do now. Screw that. I don't want YouTube's money. I want the viewers' money. If you guys can help me out, I could really use a better camera. I put my Cash App in there. Money sign, Samantha loves Johnny. So, yeah, I need some money. I'm broke. This gas ain't paying for itself. I'm on E. And that milk ain't cheap. That milk's fucking damn near $6 a gallon. Well, like, subscribe, share, thumbs up, and I gotta get on with my night. This was supposed to be like a 5-minute video, not a. Another video I saw? minute. I'm confused. How is it 1:25:08? What time did how is it only 33 minutes into the video? Did I pause it or something? Did I start another video? 33 minutes ago? I don't remember. I got my milk. Like, subscribe, share. Thanks for watching, yo.